All right. So where we left off, we've still got Esteban, Russet, and Zeb the in the uh deluxe car up front. And you guys have Maris. What last thing that happened was Maris ran in and told you that the warden or the U.S. Marshal had been shot, and she's still standing there looking at you wide-eyed.
Russet jumps up from his couch that he's been lazing on, and jumps to his feet, very unsure on his feet. Almost stumbles right into her. Says, "Someone's been shot. Oh, I'll get whoever did it." He's got a look of rage in his eyes.
Okay.
And she turns, and with that word, she's confident. She's like, "Yes," and turns around and starts running toward the front of this train car to the car in front of it.
I'm gonna go pull my one gun that I keep with me, and I pick up the one that I Monroe's, reload it and put it in my holster, and start banging on the door for Esteban. Like, get up.
Esteban will lazily, as slow as he possibly can, get up.
Okay, I'm going. Russet has run off and left us. Did Russet run off and leave us before I opened my mouth?
He's going to be right on our tails. So I think at this stage, at least.
Okay, so I would Esteban, you go with Russet. He's drunk and he's out for blood.
I look at him, and Esteban, half asleep, looks at him and goes, "Let me get this straight. You want to send an outlaw that is known for cutting people in two,
get your halberd and go
with a enraged bear.
You'll have a good time. Go."
I pat the gambler on the shoulder. I go, "That sounds like fun to me. Let's go."
Remember, you don't have your halberd. It is all the way back in freight, where weapons have been stored.
Okay, so I'm looking around my room. Is there any like bottles? Because apparently the beer bottle did me the whiskey bottle did me good the last time.
Absolutely.
Well, with that case, Esteban picks up some beer bottles and almost he's putting them as knives. Just like, well, if I break one, we got other ones to deal with. So yeah, I'll take. I guess take 3 whiskey bottles with me, or is that heavier? How many I can carry?
Cool. You know what? And we could even. I mean, this is a bar. It's not just like bars for ales and whiskeys. This is a fancy train car. They make fancy drinks. It's nothing if you're like, yeah, I want to find a knife. It's not a great knife, but by God, it's a knife, and it's not an improvised weapon like a beer bottle.
Well. If Zeb pushes me to run to just go, yeah, I'll just take beer bottles with me. But if he's just like, go with Russet, and I have time to just go over the bar, glance it over, and look and see if I can find me a knife or 2.
Yeah, you can. No problem.
All right. Well, I'll pick me up 2 knives.
Cool. And just go find the stats for just a basic knife, and I think lower the damage by 1, and you should be good.
Okay, just give me a second while I look that up. Give me a second, but just.
I've got it. So instead of lowering the damage by 1, since this is not a great knife, I want you to raise the crit by 1. So it's +1 damage. It's melee attack. It's melee to roll, and it's a crit 4.
Okay.
Awesome. As Russet, you hear the talking behind you as you get to that door. The door doesn't even close at the front of the train. You open it, and there's this, again, as always, there's this landing, a gap between the 2 train cars, another landing, and the door into the next one. And you are, like, you get to that door, and she's gently stepping across to be safe. She goes through that door.
Safe. Being safe.
Absolutely. The train is real loud and like you can tell that it's super windy. In fact, since this is a great moment for you, Russet, how do you deal with water?
I'm fine.
Okay. Right now we are crossing the channel between Tulsa and Nebraska. You look to your left and to your right, and all you see is water and train tracks below you.
Right. So while like Russet worked in a factory with train stuff, he hasn't actually been on a train, and he hasn't been moving this quickly before, and he hasn't been moving this quickly this far above water before. And he hasn't been this drunk for a very long time. So all he sees is just visions of himself falling into the water far below. And it's like that moment where it's like, don't look down, and all you can do is look down.
Make an athletics roll for me. It's going to be a simple or easy roll, so only 1 purple. But we're going to go ahead and, because of your inebriation, we're going to go ahead and add a black to that.
Yeah.
You said that you're not being careful about it. You are just going after it, and you're getting out there. And as soon as you're up, you're like, whoa, maybe this was bad. How does this you leaping from car to car going for you?
Yep. All right. So 2 and 1. Is there a difficulty, or I'm just...
Yes, it's a purple and a black.
Purple and a black. Alrighty, let's find out.
Awesome. A success and a triumph. How do you want to handle those? Well, first of all, easily, you are going to make it to the other train without any incidents. But how do you want to handle that?
So, it's really loud out here, so I can't imagine that I'm going to hear what's going on down in the cabins at the back. But can I find out, like, can there be a piece of vital information that I could find out as I'm crossing into this?
Yeah. Absolutely. So this piece of vital information, you totally pick up. You can't. You get no sounds at all, but a shadow passes over you as you are leaping across from one train to the next. A shadow passes over you from the gap above.
All right.
There is certainly, and so since that's a triumph, let's give it all to you. That certainly is. There is someone up on the roof.
And did they go past me forward or past or over me backward?
Opposite direction of you, so they're going back.
All right. Russet keeps this in mind, but obviously, so his mind is on making sure she's safe, checking the situation first, but he knows, and he calls out back to Esteban, who's only a short way behind him. He just calls out really loud. There's figures moving to the back on the train, and he sort of gestures up.
And Esteban, you'll be able. You won't. Go ahead and make a vigilance roll for me. You know what? You can do vigilance or perception at this point.
Okay.
And
It'll
this is
probably be
gonna
vigilant.
Okay. It's going to be 2 purples, but because of all the train noise and you being inside of the car still while he's outside, 2 blacks.
Okay. It will be vigilance versus 2 purple and a black.
2 purple and 2 blacks. Here's what I'll say for you. If you don't succeed but can still come up with we'll say 2. If you can still come up with 2 advantages, you won't be able to, but you fail, you will be able to see him but not hear him.
Okay, so just so I got it right, it's 2 purples, 2 blacks, right?
Correct.
Okay. Wow.
Well, hot dang, it's everybody's night tonight. So you have a success. You actually are able, you hear what he says. There's someone on top of the train running to the back of the train. You hear him. But that strain, like with the way that everything's going and you're still rushing around and you're still trying to deal with all this situation and load up everything, you kind of fumble on something and you end up bumping into the side of one of the doors, and you're going to take a point of strength. But you also have a triumph as well. What would you like to do with that triumph?
Can the triumph reveal anything about the gentleman or person on top of the train running? Like, or like, I don't know, maybe even though, like, because if I'm inside still, like, I would imagine, running on top of a train in boots, could give off somewhat of sound. You know what I mean?
You know what? Yeah, let's absolutely go for it. What you can tell is that the person that is up there is it sounds like the footsteps are not oh gosh, like there's a certain tinniness to the sound of the footsteps as they doesn't even sound like they're running. It's more like striding across the top. But when the heel hits, it's more, that's the heavy sound, but when the toe hits, it's a different higher pitched sound. So you don't hear any other footprints up there, but you definitely hear a doom doom doom
Dun, 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 dun.
The person, you can tell that, like, let's go with, this person sounds like they're walking confidently. It almost sounds like a bit of a strut.
Well, here's the question I really want to ask. Does it sound like Russet wants me to take care of the person on the roof, or
That's your decision, man.
Well, because Russet's drunk and like he might be. I mean, Esteban knows he can handle himself in a fight, but alcohol does make you kind of strange. But
well, you then make that decision. I mean, you get to choose at this point whether exactly what you're saying. Russet's drunk. Oh, does he need my help, or should I go take care, or can I leave him to what he's doing and go take care of whatever's up there?
As much as Esteban would like to go, because if they're going, because Zeb went towards the way this stride is going, right?
Zeb has not declared what he's doing yet.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: is it heading towards the coach or the cart that Zeb is in?
It sounds you're still in the same car as Zeb, but it does sound like it's going toward the back of the train. Whereas right now, Esteban, you and Russet are going to the front of the train.
Well, considering I know Russet has backed me plenty of times, I've kind of grown fond of his antics. So Esteban will continue after him, because as much as he is capable in a fight, he still doesn't feel right about just letting him fend for himself drunk. So
gotcha. All right, so you guys are going that way. Zeb, I'm going to hold off on you for just a second.
Oh, I was going to say I was following loosely behind them.
Oh,
so but I wasn't talking fast enough.
Okay, no problem. So you're going with them. You're just letting them be in front. Cool. Russet, when you get there, you see that there is a man, the one that you saw early. Well, you didn't see him because you were still out cold in your cabin, but there is a man who's lying on the ground who's been shot in his knee. He is not getting up. He is not going anywhere. But this person who's been shot, even though they've called him a marshal, he's dressed like one of the cooks. His name is Marshal Seagal. And he's sitting there, like laying back, like he's just grunting in pain as everybody's like, "Don't move, don't, Marshal, don't move." Oh.
So Russet just pushes his way forward, and he says, "Well, what the hell happened to you? Why are you dressed like that?"
Oh, my knee! And he looks up and he goes, "Who the hell are you?" Oh, didn't we have a doctor on this train?
Russet pulls his badge. He fumbles with it though, and it falls to the ground.
He looks at it and goes, "Go ahead."
Russet Red is my name.
He goes, "Yeah. Oh, you're a deputy. Oh. Well, at least there's somebody else on this. Oh, this is gonna be. Oh, my knee. Oh, she shot me. Oh my God, she came out of nowhere and she shot me with my own gun, right? Oh." And he points over to where it's laying down on the floor, across this staging area for the kitchen.
And Russet will sort of say, "Well, which way she go?"
Oh, shit, she went out the window. She's so, it's not good. Oh, she went out that window. You look over at the window and there's a broken window, not just the glass, but even the window pane. Like
right.
the frame of it is broken as well.
Right.
So much larger than a person going through it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So Russet.
And while Russet's going, "Oh, what did I?" And he's going, "She went out that way." You'll have Zeb and you'll have Esteban both charge in through the door as well.
All right. So as they enter, Russet throws his hand out, points to the window, says, "We've got ourselves a situation. I'll go get Doc." And hopefully these... Oh, he doesn't say hopefully. And these other fuckers as well. And I guess what he's referring to is he thinks these people are going towards the back of the train. Maybe you don't understand that because Russet's not really speaking well. But he tries to bustle straight back past you guys as you're both sort of coming in the carriage door. He's a big boy and he's trying to push you out of the way, and it's like a bit awkward, and he's drunk, so he's not trying to be gentle.
Esteban's just like, I look at Zeb. I says, "Well, when I was small, we always did chase things we wasn't supposed to. So I guess this ain't going to be any different."
Then, well, I guess I'll be following Russet.
Okay, so you've got this is a kitchen. There is a shotgun slid across the floor that was Marshall Seagal's, and there's also this is a full-on kitchen. So if you'd like to trade up your knife,
Be happy to.
okay, you can find a meat cleaver, and the meat cleaver work as a full-on just regular knife. So the crit range will go down to 3 instead of 4.
So it'll be 1 damage, 3 crit range.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Is there 2 meat cleavers?
You know what? Sure.
Woohoo! I take the knives down. I take the 2 cleavers. This will do nicely.
All right. So here, at which point, everybody, you feel the train jerk, and then jerk, and then jerk, and everybody is able to tell somehow, whether it's you're up close to the front of the train and you start seeing loads of more smoke start coming from the stacks, or steam coming from the stacks, or you're in the back and that water is going by much faster. Immediately, one of the crew on the train goes, "Oh no! What happened to the train? Did you feel? Oh no! Something's wrong with the engine."
At this time, Esteban, because he's searching for those cleavers, he finds one. He goes, "Well, this is a kitchen. There's going to be a second one." I look down at the shotgun, and probably it belongs to the marshal. I'm pretty sure it does. Esteban will pick it up and kind of open it, see how many shells are in it, and I'll look at Zeb, and I says, "I think you better hold. I think you will be a better shot with this than I will."
Zeb, right now, the shotgun the shotgun is loaded, but it is limited right now to only 2 shots.
Okay.
So I hand it to him, and I look at the marshal and say, "We'll return it to you when we deal with this fiasco."
Go with Red. I'm gonna find out what's up with the front of the train.
I says, "Not a bright idea to split up."
We ain't got no choice this time.
Fine. I look at him. I go, "I got an idea. You go deal with the back. I'll go see what's wrong with the engine."
Okay.
You guys are hilarious.
I tell her, I says, "You just let me do that."
Then he didn't say nothing but a word. Zeb goes with Russet and leaves him to it.
Esteban's like, "I didn't think that through." All right. Well, all right then.
Okay. So now we're going to we're going to make sure that I know what's going on. Esteban, you're actually going to go to the engine?
I mean, if they think about it, especially Zeb, maybe not Esteban, but if Zeb thinks about it hard enough, maybe he'll come up with a better solution here. But at this point, Russet's too far gone to make that decision himself. So
hold on. Esteban has a logical explanation for this. I let them get into the cart, out of the kitchen. Esteban thinks about it. He's like, if this train is somebody shot this guy, this train is possibly going to be robbed. He waits 15 seconds and then goes after Russet and Zeb, and he'll go, "Yeah, I checked. It's fine."
Russet and Zeb, you barely make it out the door. It is, with as rickety as this train is becoming, this moving through the train is a problem. It's not dangerous when you are within the car, but changing cars is going to be a lot more difficult. And even as you are moving, you're going to end up in a lot of situations where there's going to be a black die. This train is picking up a lot of speed and is not as it doesn't seem as stable as it has been. It's not as nice of a ride. Real quick, also, you get Zeb. You have that thought. You remember that you told those guys to come back in 20 minutes. The robot and the elf. It's been about 20 minutes, and you haven't seen them. So
I didn't.
Go ahead.
I didn't see them in that one car where we saw the thing, where we saw the marshal. Would there be another passenger car?
The marshal is in car 1. You guys stay in car 2.
Okay, so we're then
back.
Okay, so we're going to be going that way. I was like, keep your eyes out for Johnny and the fellow that was supposed to be playing cards with me.
I love that he still hasn't introduced himself. That's great. So as that, like, hey, look, you keep your eye out for him. We go back, and there's Johnny and Finn in this completely loaded car, and now there's even more people in it who are starting to collect up stuff and belongings from all the other people. Whereas Finn, you are in one of the seating portions of this car. Johnny, you are in a situation where you could still be standing in front of the door. You could take a seat somewhere. Go ahead and give us just a quick heads up of where you are, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny is he's standing in front of the door into the, I guess it's the freight.
It's not into the freight. You have to exit.
Sure.
Right. But yeah, you're at the back door of the train car.
Where's all the people that looks like they're collecting?
They're all collecting stuff in that car right now. Just in the aisles, taking stuff, still in groups, looking at the stuff that they've got, biting coins, making sure they're real.
Okay, so what Zeb's
You're
going
not there yet.
Oh, I'm not there. God bless it. Okay.
But you will be soon.
I know.
Finn, how are you situated right now?
I think Finn has sat back down in what was his seat in the economy car.
Yep.
Like it's like a few rows from the back door, I think. So
just
kind of holding tight there.
Okay. At this point, those guys are looking more at the stuff that they have gotten from everyone, rather than the two of you.
So Johnny had his hands up by his sides, and after they kind of took their guns down and started going about what they were doing, Johnny kind of put his hands down, and he's just sort of standing there kind of looking around. And I'm going to slide my hand behind my back and put my hand on the doorknob.
Nice. Cool. What's your plan?
What I would like to do, especially with all the noise, is I'd like to turn. What kind of knob is it? Is it a doorknob? Is it a lever type knob?
Neither. It's actually just a handle. The only thing keeping it closed is the lock. And since you've gotten the lock taken care of, that door will just slide. The handle is just to move the door. It doesn't open it. It's just a handle on the door to make it slide.
So I think what he would do is he would move it just a tiny bit to see how much noise him opening it and closing it, to see if the racket in this room can mask the door being slightly open.
Okay, go ahead and make a skullduggery check. This is going to be a 2 purples, but we're going to give you a blue because they're currently not focused on you, and in fact, I'll give you another blue because it is so loud.
Just 2 purples.
2 purples and 2, and you get 2 blues on this one. All right, Johnny Joybringer, you ended up with 2 successes and an advantage. Cool. So you're able to open it a little bit, and they're like not even going on. In fact, at this time, the success occurs because when you open that door, all of a sudden, that's when the train car starts jerking and speeding up, and everybody starts looking out the windows.
Is there?
You can spend a story point for me to say yes, no matter what. Remember?
Yeah. I think when everyone's kind of jerking, he kind of opens the door more than he thinks that he was, and looks outside, and there's actually there's a, I don't know, like a lead pipe or something like that is attached to the side. Maybe it's like the rungs to a ladder that needs to be made real quick. It kind of fits into a place, and that's what there's a bunch of them anyway. And he kind of closes it real quickly. I think what he's going to do is, with the hubbub of the noise and everyone being like, "Oh God, we're going faster," he sits there and tries and thinks of something witty to say, and he says it, but it's just too loud for anyone to hear it. And he like bows very quickly and then opens the door behind him and steps out and tries to bar the door with one of those steps in the ladder.
You can spend a story point just to make that happen.
I just did.
Got it. Cool. So at this point, like, they don't hear anything. No, they don't hear you at all. You bow, and Finn, you being seated in the back, we can even say that you're facing the back, since all the seats are either back to back or facing each other. You see him bow, just kind of take a step back and shut the door, and now he's somewhere on the sides. Hopefully, he's not smart enough to be like, "Let me watch."
I think that might be like the thing he does. He like looks through the room.
He's still looking through the window.
And he sees Finn, and you can see like his light and his mouth like lighting up like he's talking to you, and he gives you a thumbs up and then disappears.
Cool. So you see him do this, and so far they haven't noticed that he's gone. But there's certainly this train is becoming more and more of a problem. At which point, we have Zeb. How are you taking this? Are you actually going to try to get on top of the train to follow those footsteps, or are you staying down?
Oh, I'll stay down. I don't. Screw it. I'm climbing. I'm going to be on the train. I've never done the on top of the train thing ever. So I'm on top of the train.
Okay. So let's do this. You start climbing, and since you had to go to the back, first of all, Esteban, you will make it to the top first from the front of the train where you are, because it's just you going to the front, right? Oh, no, you didn't. You're going with everybody. Sweet.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. So, Zeb, you're up there, and from where you've gone, let's see, how many trains do you go through, or train cars do you go through before you get up on top of the train? You are leaving train car 2. After that is just the simple bunk car, then the dining car with the bar and the observation train, and then you get to the cheap seats. So kitchen, then bunk bar, your car, and then the one that's just cabins, dining and observation, cheap seats. Do you go straight up, or do you go on the inside, through the inside a little bit first?
Straight up.
Got it.
As soon as I can find a ladder to climb up, I'm going to climb up and see what's going on at the top of this train.
Gotcha. There's one on the back side of this first car, and so you'll be able to get up. Go ahead, however, and make an athletics check for me, and it'll be against. Right now, it's just one purple to climb this because it's not much of a problem, but all of the rickety stuff, it's a pretty dangerous situation. So you're going to have 2 blacks on that athletics check.
Well, upon further retrospect, I guess I should not have volunteered for the for the top of the train. Okay.
So now we have Zeb, who's finally gotten to the back. He's like, let's do. Oh God, this is not.
No. This. And you said 2 black.
It'll be 2 black and a purple. I mean, hearing that, you're like, that's like grabbing the train and realizing that this is going to be a lot more difficult than you thought. If you want to back down and you want to send Russet and Esteban up there, be my guest. You have that option as well.
Yeah, I'll sitting there like, okay, you know what? Nope. I'll if I can catch Russet, I'll like. You're the best bet that we have for this train. Yeah, I'll have Russet. Russet, I think you should go up front. To mess with that engine, you're about our best person we got for this. Drunk or not, you're better at stopping this train than I am.
Okay. So, like Russet's in like full motion, like towards the back, right? So he's pushed past you all. He's like heading towards the back. You sort of grab his shoulder, turn him around, and you're like, Russet, go to the front of the train. And Russet's like, you say what?
You are so drunk right now.
This is the worst Russian roulette I have ever played.
So go ahead.
You know Russet pretty well, right? Like you've never seen him drunk, but you know that he's looking angry, and you know I don't know whether this is okay with you, Jim, but it probably crosses your mind that if you slap Russet, he'll probably snap too a little bit.
Well, I did not have this epiphany to start slapping people that I played the other player.
But I'm glad I've had this epiphany now.
Yeah. So you know what? I hit him with my ring hand.
Slap. You see a look of rage, and then and he's like, "Well, you better be all right down back there, because if you're not, you'll get what's coming. Because if you are," and he sort of like doesn't know what he's saying. He's trying to say like, if you survive, you'll have my wrath, but he doesn't quite say it right. And he turns around and he pushes you out of the way and he heads towards the front of the train and he's muttering and he's like, "Oh, head to the back of the train, head to the front of the train." Ah! Punches the door.
That's great. So Esteban, as you're coming up running behind, you see there's like an argument, like right, like as you're getting close to the door, Zeb reaches back and smacks Russet. You see him point, turns around, punches the door right in front of you, and it dents in towards you. You're like, whoa.
I just like it just runs through my mind like Russet's sitting there like in his head he's acting he's talking he's like, you better be, and it's like in reality it's like that one when Peter Griffin's sitting down talking to his dad. He's like, because he's drunk. Like, we have no idea what he just said. We assumed it was aggressive because he punched the door, but. Yeah, I like when he walks by, I look at Zeb and I'm like, why did you send him? There could be people in the back.
Look, I'm making this shit up on the fly. Let's just come with me. Awesome. Come with me if you want to live.
So now everybody.
I want to stand here. That's what I want to do. Him saying that, I don't have faith in him at all now.
In this train, like literally half of you started running out back of the kitchen, and then one of you acted like you went to the front, waited, and then came running back. Everything's okay, and then the other one starts running back in. Like this is all Three Stooges right now, or Scooby Doo, just running back and forth through this part of the train.
I go, you do. You realize I checked the front of the train. It's cool.
So then Esteban, what are you doing? Are you going up Are you staying in the train and going to the back?
I look at Zeb. I says, we could have dealt what's in the back, and then everyone go to the front. I says, I look at him. I says, Zeb, you are very. I says, and I'm the orc, and you're confusing me.
So where are you going, Esteban? Are you going up to the top of the train?
I'm going back. I'm going back to the. I'm following the freaking bear. I look at Zeb and I says, I told him, I says, I am not changing my course again.
The bear turns around and punches you back and says, "Get down to the back of the train, damn it!" and keeps walking to the forward of the train.
Fine, okay. And with that, Esteban goes, "Fine, screw it. I'm going to the back of the train. Like, just fuck it. Let's go. Fuck it. Is that your final answer? Yes, I'm going." That's what
Esteban,
he says.
You're going to the back of the train.
Yes, yeah, I'm going back to where before the way that Russet was going. I think you was heading to the back before he decided to go back to the engine, right?
Okay, so you're going to the back. Are you going through the train, or are you going up over the top where you heard the footsteps?
Oh, that's. You know what? Fuck it.
Then where are you going?
You know what? Fuck it. I've always wanted Esteban. He goes, fuck it. He's standing outside the thing when Russet punches by. I'm like, screw it. Yeah, I was like, I heard footsteps on top. Let's see what we can find up there. Fuck it. He comes up. I says, I'm going up this way.
So Esteban's up there going to go up this ladder. He's like, I only heard one set of footprints. I'll take care of that. Zeb, you're going.
Good luck, buddy.
You're not going up top. You're like, nope, sorry. So you're going to go through the train to get to the back. So
actually, to make it simpler, I'm just going to go through the train.
You do it. You do you. Okay? You keep going on top of that train.
Oh, God. This is going to end badly. I have a feeling I'm going to fall off this train.
It's going to be awesome. And then, Russet, you're going to run into a situation, and let's go ahead and get you taken care of real quick, because yours is going to be the easiest to take care of. Russet, you have a problem. The kitchen train and the staff, that first car that you got, it does not connect directly into a walking space of the engine. You're going to have to climb up on top of the train as well to go into the area where everything, where all of the coal is stored. Climb through that and then go into the engine. So I'm going to need some athletic checks from you. Let's go ahead and start with that. So again, it's easy to climb a ladder. It's 1 purple, but because of the way that everything is going, how shaky that this is getting, and it is speeding up to not just a dangerous speed, but this is fairly breakneck. You are again climbing up on top of this, looking now behind the train. It's all water, brother. So go ahead and make that check for me.
Yep. So 1 purple.
1 purple, 2 blacks.
2 blacks. I only got an advantage, sir.
That's fine. So you start getting to climb up, and everybody, you feel the train jerk again, and you have to brace yourself, and you're not able to go up there. You don't fall or anything, but you have no successes, no failures, but you do have 1 advantage. What are you doing with that advantage?
Well, the fresh air is rushing past Russet, and this is going to wake him up a little. I'm going to heal some strain with that.
Nice. You may try again if you like.
Obviously, he will. Do you want me to roll that now?
Yeah.
All right. Exactly the same.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Roll. Nope. He's not getting up there.
All right.
Failure and 3 advantages.
Okay, so this time you do start going up, but you do fall off, and you land back on that landing. You will take a wound for that, but you do have 3 advantages.
All right. So, with those 3 advantages, let's have a look here.
Need some blue dice?
I can't upgrade my check, can I? With that, I need a triumph for that, don't I?
Yes, correct.
So, okay, I'm going to ignore penalizing environmental effects until the end of my next turn.
Awesome. Then you will not have. You will not take the 2 black dice.
Yeah.
Cool. Go for it. Make one more roll for me then.
Sure. 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those. Okay, he finally gets there.
So you've got a success and an advantage. You make it up there, and the wind is overbearing. This is going, like, moving forward is going to be difficult, especially when the first thing you're going to have to do is jump from one train car to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And you have an advantage. When you get up there, though, something strange that you see about 2 train cars back. So the one that you're on all the way to the other end, and then the one behind it all the way to the other end, there is a figure standing there in a cloak. But you can't make out what it is because the figure is facing away from you toward the back of the train, and the cloak is billowing off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
However, you do see 2 slender legs sticking out from this hooded cloak. Those legs are at the bottom, by the way, not just 2 different directions.
Righto.
Some people, cool. Let's make another athletics check.
Okay, you still on me? Okay.
Absolutely. So with this one, since we can even go that this is not the end of your turn hasn't come.
Okay.
Because what you've been doing is all part of his maneuvers. It's part of moving. You can do this as part of your same turn. So you don't have the 2 black dice on this one because you have found just like for some way the perfect way. Maybe there's like a real stiff breeze over the channel that actually pushes from the back that neutralizes it. Or maybe you find something that that if you can jump to it and you can grab it, you're going to be fine. And you found an easier way to jump across. So that jumping across, there are no blacks, but this is 2 purples.
2 purples. Bam!
Boom! 2 successes, 1 threat, and a triumph. Those 2 successes, definitely, you are able to jump across, no problem. However, that 1 threat is going to give you a point of strain. Because this is a super scary moment for you. That triumph, though, what would you like to happen?
Oh, man. Right, so Russet's motivation in life is to be the best mechanic that there is, and I'm going to upgrade his check for mechanics when he gets up to the engine, because that's the only thing that's going through his head now. He's been turned to this purpose. He is a mechanic. He has to succeed, and so I'll upgrade that mechanics check when it happens.
Awesome. And I'm cool with you you using that to upgrade that mechanics check when it comes up. And for now, we're going to pause you. Esteban, make an athletics check. 1 purple, 2 black. Climbing up
1
top.
purple, 1 purple, 2 black.
And while this is going on, Zeb, I'm assuming that you're moving, and when we pick you up, we're going to put you at the door to any car you wish to be at. Awesome. 3 successes and 2 advantages. Nice. So you climb up there, and from the way that you climb up, you're facing the front of the train. You see Esteban already moving his way to the front of the train. Or not Esteban, you're Esteban. You see Russet moving the way to the front of the train and moving down toward the engine block in the front. You turn around, And at the back of the train behind you is a cloaked figure with the hood up, and you see two slender legs sticking, healed slender legs, um, sticking out from the bottom of this cloak. However, since this figure is facing away from the front of the train, the cloak is staying on tight to the body, and the hood is staying down. Make a perception roll for me. This is going to be against two purples and a black. We're gonna have the black dice because with the cloak shifting so much, it's making it a little bit difficult for you to find.
Two purples and a black, you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. Two purples and a black. Roll.
Success. Okay, so looking at this figure, you easily can tell that putting some pieces together, that window that was broken that they went out of, it definitely looked like it was broken by something that's bigger than this figure. And then when the cloak moves, you watch the cloak pick up just a bit, catching a breeze. And you can see that under the cloak on this figure's back is a large metallic backpack. And then your eyes go wide as the face turns around and you see a woman. Then the figure turns around to you, and the cloak blows the hood off, and the jacket or the cloak is blowing away backwards, so blowing away so much that you see this woman, and this woman looks fairly familiar to you.
Huh. He's gonna play stupid. He stands there just looking at her. It's like, it's almost like a showdown on top of a train. I says, "You remind me of somebody." Says, I can't recall who. I says, it's been a long time. Long time.
You're a jerk, and I love it.
Have you
beat me to it?
I was going to say, have you read his backstory? Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. You recognize this woman as one of the chicas from your previous game. From your previous gang. Known specifically as Señorita del Norte. The Lady of the North.
And knowing that he just full tilt runs past her, like, well, if she lets him run, because with that he's at a realization of who's on this train. and like, she's like, this girl's like all standing, all like, she's just standing there looking like, and it's just, he's just like, before she recognizes him, he's just like blows right past, like attempted to blow right past her.
Okay. She will then. You'll need to make an initiative roll.
Okie dokie. Initiative is what? Vigilance?
For you, it will be.
Okay, awesome. Vigilance. Okay, I click initiative, right?
Right.
All right. I have to click the dice first, don't I?
Right.
Okay. Then click. There we go.
And there You got your initiative?
Hold on. Okay. I
No
click.
purples.
Okay. Roll.
All right, you have 2 advantages, so she will beat you.
No.
All right. So she's gonna go first, and you immediately, as you get close, chick, 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 she starts running towards you. You hear the sound, a loud sound of buzzing. Immediately, if you didn't remember who Senorita del Norte was, you do now. This woman was vicious. She was. She has a. You know that backpack immediately is a is a dynamo. It's powering 2 short blades that are attached by wires that give off an electrical current that she attacks with.
Oh, God damn it. That's what he thinks. God damn it.
And as you get close, she goes and she's gonna attack you. What kind of melee defense do you have?
I have 2 melee defense.
All right, that's nice. She I drew all over like 3 pages to get this, and I'm like, where did I put that page? There, that's the one I need. All right. So she swings at you in a wonderful, wonderful way. Yeah. And she will take a moment to aim as well. And where's my button to roll? A success and 2 advantages. Awesome. So she's going to use those 2 advantages. First of all, the damage that you're going to take from outright. But that first blade, you're going to take 6 wounds.
Okay.
And a critical hit.
6 wounds. What if my soak is 6?
Then you take no wounds.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. She rolled a 48, but you know that she was never one to actually try to kill somebody with wounds. She was more interested in killing you with 1,000 cuts. Her whole purpose is hitting you so many times that the critical hits stack up until you can't fight back. So that critical, even though it says 48, this weapon is vicious 3. So that's going to be a 78.
Okay.
And there it is. The crit is on a 78. You actually take your first crit, and it is overpowered. The target leaves themselves open, and the attacker may immediately attempt another attack against them as an incidental using the exact same pool as the original attack.
Okay.
Another success and an advantage. So so this one's going to, I forgot to add my success. You don't have to do it from last time because I forgot. But, I forgot this as well. I know. Way to go. Build the character today. You take 7 points of damage, but this is what I forgot. It's Pierce 2.
Ah. Okay, so I take 3.
And you hear from her, she says, imagine my surprise when I hear that the traitor is on this train. I come here for work to do what I need. And that's when she gives you the stab. Then you, and I can take revenge on you. And she gives you the other stab.
Esteban goes, like when she cuts him, like he's still at that point that he wants to just like get to the back, and Esteban just stands there with his back to her, and he says, "Is Angel on the train?"
No, not this time. But I will take care of you. She does not need to be here. She didn't care about you in the first place.
I goes,
off the train.
I'm going to attempt to throw her off the train.
Okay.
I don't know why that came to me. I'm just going to throw her. I'm trying to throw her off the train. All right. So how do I do that? Is it How do I start this?
So it's going to take your action. What you're going to have to do is it's going to take ultimately it's going to take 2 actions. It's going to take one to be able to get a hold of her, and then it'll take a second one to be able to throw her. Okay.
Could I take one strain and do it all in one go?
Not for one strain. Because
Well,
you can't trade strain to get a second action. You can trade.
Okay. So what do I roll?
It'll be to grab her. It'll be an attack to see if you can hit her.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I am going to, however, upgrade that check to a red. So you have 2. You have a purple and a yellow right now.
Mm-hmm.
You also have 2 blacks because of the train's motion and movement. In fact, since you are facing forward now, it'll be a 3rd black dice.
Okay, so I got 3 black. How many purple?
1 purple and 1 red.
Okay, and I'm making. Is it an athletics to do it?
It is an attack roll.
Using what skill as a base?
Brawl.
Okay. Okay. Hold on, because I wonder. I don't think I got anything in brawl. I do not. So it'll just be 5 green die,
which is still really good.
Yeah. Blam.
2 successes and a threat. You are absolutely able to get a hold of her. Absolutely. But with that threat, you'll take a point of strain.
Okay.
And she's, we'll even go as, since you've got those 2 successes, you take away 1 of her attacks.
Oh, cool.
You still have some maneuvers if you'd like to use them.
What maneuvers could I possibly do? Because unless I'm just going to suplex her or something.
I mean, if you want to go ahead and spend, let's see, I'll do this. If you want to spend your maneuver and if you take the 2 strain to get a second maneuver, I'll let you drag her to the edge of the train.
Okay, that's cool.
And that effectively will take away some of the difficulty.
Okay.
All right.
That's cool.
She is going to make her attack then. She has still 4 yellows. It's still 2 purples on you. And she is going to aim once. She's going to take strain to aim twice. She's got 2 blacks. And she's going to flip a destiny point again to gain another dice. A success with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advantages. So it's going to be 7 points again. Don't forget that it's Pierce 2. And she is going to use the first 2 of those to crit again. So this time it's a 60 because every crit adds another 10 on top of it, and she is vicious 3. So it's a roll to 20 plus 40 this time. A 60 is the target increases the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 until this critical injury is healed.
Oh, damn.
And this is hurting. You know this is exactly the kind of stuff that she is supposed to be doing. She was one of the more vicious, and in fact, it rings true in your mind that, if anything, part of the reason that your group, that the Chicas became much more vicious, was because of Señorita del Norte.
She is almost making Esteban forget about throwing her off the train and just killing her outright.
Oh, cool. And I've got 3 more. So all right, she's going to actually she's going to make you release her. The pain from this critical wound, those extra 3 advantages, she's going to use those to it is so overwhelming that you let go of her and yell out in pain where she nailed you good.
He's trying so very hard to, not to send somebody home dead to her, dead to Angel, but he says, "Well, I guess you're not going to go quietly." So, yeah, he's going to go at her with those two cleavers. Well, I know you have to activate the thing to get another attack with a cleaver.
You only have all it takes is 2 advantages to make the damage, to do the damage from the second one.
Okay.
However, it'll be 3 purples right now.
Okay, 3 purples.
Actually, I got to remember because we have to upgrade the difficulty. It's going to be. It's not just 3 purples. It's what's the 60? Increase the difficulty. So that means it's 4 purples right now to attack with 2 weapons.
Okay. Let's see. And I am going to, you know what? I'm all right. A blank because I'm going to orc out, and then I'm going to berserk.
Yeah.
Let's see here. This time I actually copied what berserk did. Add. Okay, so I had 1 success. That's it. 1 success, 2
advantages, and I get a success on you.
Yep. Okay. Let me check my skills. Make sure my. All right. There we go. And can I aim on her?
Absolutely.
Ooh, booster.
But don't forget, you still have 3 black dice.
Oh yeah.
If you would like to spend a maneuver to gain ground, you can get rid of one of those black dice.
Well, So what would my black dice total be right now?
Right now, you're at 3 black dice. However, again, if you spend a maneuver, you can get yourself into a position that puts you at more on the front side of the train rather than on the back side. So that means you've got the wind behind you. You get rid of one of the black dice.
So if I use my maneuver, that means I couldn't activate the offhanded attack, could I?
That has nothing to do with your maneuvers.
Oh, then okay, yeah, sure, okay. I will spend my maneuver, one of my maneuvers, and position myself to knock it down to.
And if you're still aiming, that's going to cost 2 strain now.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
All right.
So we are at 4 purples. In fact, she has adversary 1, so 3 purples and a red.
Oh, you made me re-roll it?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right.
You might get some successes.
Purple. Let's see, a red, 4 purple,
3 purples and a red, 2 blacks.
Oh, and 2 blacks, and a booster. Because I'm aiming.
3 purple.
There you go.
Oh.
You got a success and a threat. So that threat, it's simple. You're just going to take a point of strain. But how much damage do you do with that 1 success?
Oh, Jesus. The 1 success, let's see.
7 points. Because you have 5 brawn.
Yeah.
And it's a +1 weapon. Or
and
+1 damage.
And then
6,
2 from the orc.
7, 8, 9 points.
9.
And actually, you won't take any. Okay. So it'll be 9. Let me go ahead and take that from her soak. Okay, and you actually end up with 1 advantage rather than 1 strain because you get 2 advantages from when you're raging.
Ooh. Can I use it to activate the offhanded attack?
No, because you have there's a threat there, so you'd only end up with 1 advantage.
Okay. So I have 1 advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could I use it to heal a point of strain?
Absolutely.
All right, then I'll do that then.
Cool. She's on her turn. She's going to take a maneuver to move back upwind of you. Still staying right there, right beside you, just moving within the engaged ring. She's going to spend a. Excuse me. Oh, she's not going to spend it. Yeah, she's going to spend it to aim. And I don't get that anymore. You know what? I'm going to... Yeah. And... There. They're actually all yours now. I'm going to... There's 4. There's 2. There's... She doesn't... Yeah, there we go. And the roll. 2 successes and a threat. So this time, there's no crit on it, but you do take... let's see. 6, 7, 8 with Pierce 2. So it would be like 10 points.
Okay.
How you doing?
Is it strain or is it wounds?
She's dealing all wounds.
Oh I'm good. I've got 20 because I don't know how to change my wounds because I've got 23 wounds. Or not wound threshold, not 23 wounds threshold. I just don't know how to change it on there. I forgot. I've not remembered how to freaking change the thing on there. So I've got 23 and see, I've took 3, 6. This will be 10.
Okay.
If I count everything correctly. Thank you. Could you change my wound threshold to 23 and my strain to 13, please? Because I don't remember how to do it.
Neither do I. I think we would have to delete.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'll just remember I've got 23 and 13.
Okay.
That's fine.
No problem. And it's your turn.
I'm pretty much going to do the same thing to her.
So you see the 2 of these characters up on this train. They're just trading maneuvers, going back and forth, trying to get each other into a better position. Again, you're going to be going up against. Are you trying to attack with 2 weapons or just 1?
I'll do just the 1.
Just the 1. All right. So then you're going to only be going up against 2 purples and a red.
And how many blacks do I? So I know I get one black already.
There's 2 blacks.
2 black. Okay. Oh, Jim. By the way, before I forget, did she get her automatic success on me on her attack?
She did not. So that would have been 1 more wound. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you adding in your? Did you add in your 2 points from doing your orc move, spending the strain, or did you not do that?
No, I've not done that yet. So I'll be at 6 strain.
Okay.
All right. Go orc.
Cool. So what'd you roll?
I don't know what I wrote. I wrote a bunch of ninja stars.
2 successes, 2 threats, and a triumph.
There you go. So with those 2 threats, you're going to give her a blue dice on her next attack. But with those 2 successes, that's you did your orc ability this time?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, you're still raging, so you don't take any strain because your advantages from raging or berserker will knock out those 2 threats. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus your weapon damage.
It should be 10 damage altogether. Am I correct? Because I get 2 from the orc ability, 1 success automatically from berserk, and then 2 successes here. That's 5, and then 5 strength. It should be 10 altogether, right?
Right, but your weapon as well. The weapon is also
1, but ain't the weapon like 1 damage?
Yeah, so it's up to 11, right?
Yeah, 11.
Okay. Sweet. And then what do you want to do with that triumph?
What can I do with the triumph?
Well, you immediately it comes to your mind that backpack is real rough. You could do what she did to you. It comes to your mind immediately. She did something that made you let go of her. You could actually disarm one of those blades so she can't attack with 2 weapons.
You know what? I wholeheartedly want to do that.
All right. So you literally go over there, and I mean, you can rip it out of her hand. You could have grabbed one of the wires that attached to the backpack, and so you can have it swinging.
Sitting there, so we're sitting there. It's almost like watching this whole melee go on. Well, when he hits her with the the cleaver, she thinks it's an opening, and what it is he actually grabs her by the hand, by her wrist, and he literally just dead eye in her, looking her dead in the eye, just squeezes her hand to the point that, and she doesn't want to drop it, but there comes a time when your arm gets squeezed hard enough, especially on your wrist, you're going to drop what you got, and he kind of holds her arm up, almost bending it in a way, and making the sword just drop down, catching on something. I mean, it could fall off the train for all I care, but just hitting into the train and just indenting in the train and falling off.
Awesome. So we'll say that the blade has gone over the edge.
Cool.
Is that good with you?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Cool. So that's good with you. Oh, right. So she's lost a weapon. Beautiful. You also still have, let's see, did you aim that time? Is that what that blue dice is for?
Yes.
Cool.
So that's a strain, right? That's
right.
Point strain. Okay, so I'm at 7 strain.
It's 2 points of strain to be able to stay.
Oh, okay, so I'm at 8 strain then.
Man, this is a great fight for you. She looks at you and she roars out in anger, shouting out words in Spanish you have not heard in a very, very long time. And she's going to go after you. And don't forget, guys, right now, you have all of the story points. You can spend those all willy-nilly. Please, because it makes things happen. It's going to make another attack. So she's going to have those 4 yellows, 2 purples against you, and 2 blacks from your defense. She's going to aim again, and she only gets 1. So roll. A success and 4 advantages. Oh, I forgot my blue dice.
And her success for me being berserk.
And a success. So 2 successes, and even adding another boost dice, it came up blank. So I have 2 successes, so it's going to be 8 points of wounds with 2 piercing. You tell me what that's at, and I'll move it.
That's 4 damage to me.
4 damage.
Yep, because what I do is I just say whatever the damage is. Like if she did 8 and it's pierced 2, I just say she does 10 damage to me, and I just minus my soak from that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's 4 damage. I'm at 4.
Cool.
Well,
she's going to crit on you again. You have 2 crits on you, so this roll is going to be a plus 5 or plus 50. Understand that right now, if she rolls a 100 or something close to it, you could be dead.
Nah, that's I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Okay. That's the wrong end of the 100 scale. So a 12. The target drops whatever is in their hand.
But doesn't she? But considering she gets that bonus, would it be that still?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
62.
So 62 is, again, you're slightly dazed. The target is disoriented until the critical injury is healed. Disoriented means you add a black dice to all checks you make. So you can see, though, that she is barely holding on. If you can get in, like, the greatest of hits, if you can get that hit in, you could take her out. Don't forget, you have story points to spend.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go about it. Say 3.
So you're at 2 purples and a red.
Okay. 2 purples and a red.
You have 3 blacks.
3. Oh, goddamn. 3 blacks. 3 blacks. Okay. You know what? What does spending a story point do for me?
You can upgrade your check to make it so that instead of, let's see, what are you rolling for attack? You roll
2 yellows and 3 green.
You could make it 3 yellows and 2 green instead.
Huh. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. I'll spend a story point.
Got it. And as you are fighting, the train is getting faster and faster and faster. This is, like, you can tell at this point that Russet is going to have to, like, do a miracle because things are getting bad.
They're getting bad. All right, so I got 3 black, 2 purple, and 1 red. Oh Jesus! And I will be at. See, I was at 6. I'll be at 8 strain.
You'll be at 10 strain now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
You take 2 more points of strain, you will fall unconscious.
Yeah. You know what? Screw it. We're doing it.
Go for it, Esteban.
Esteban, I live for danger. Okay.
Oh! All right. So you have, this is great. You have really, we're looking for the greatest of hits, and this is what you get. You have a success. So first, how much damage are you doing?
Let's see. It'll be 2 from the orc, 1 from the berserk, 1 from the knife. 9. It's 9 points, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Oh, she is not happy at all. With those 3 advantages, what would you like to do?
I would like to heal 3 points of strain.
Okay, absolutely. Healing 3 points of strain. And then, with that triumph,
I would like to piss her off to the highest point of passivity. I want to rip that sword out of her hands.
you rip the other one out of her hands. And so you see over from that metal backpack on her back, the wires from the backpack are just flailing around the ground, sparking energy still going out, and you'll watch them spark a little bit as they hit the top of the train. What do you say with that?
When, like, again, she's sitting there like, it's pissing her off to no end. That, it's like, because at first he wasn't fighting her because, he was on the thing of like, if Angel's here, I don't want them to hurt her. I know she's not going to feel the same way to these guys, but,
Right.
So, and he himself prides himself on melee. And she is one of those people that also prides herself on melee. Reason why she's never liked him. And he just looks at her, when she goes, she again thinks she's got, like, it's almost like he purposely makes it looks like he leaves himself wide open. But when she goes to stab, he locks his arm around her, and kind of like pulls it up, making her arm stiffen out. And he just looks at her and he just, just as hard as he can, just making her arm hyperextend to the point that she has to drop it. And he looks at, her because now she's, she ain't got no weapons. She ain't got nothing. And Esteban tells her, you can leave this train on your own whim, or you're going to leave it dead.
Great. And that's where we're going to stop with you. Coming back to the train. So you still got her locked up, and you say this right in her face, and her eyes go wide. Zeb, what car are you coming running up to?
I would just be coming up to the passenger car.
All right. So the very best back in coach?
Yeah. All
right. Make a perception roll for me. This is a perception roll versus 2 purples and a single black.
Okay. 1 second. I got to let the character sheet decide to load.
That's all right. While that's going on, while that's happening, I want Finn, unnamed elf, make a perception roll or make a vigilance roll for me as well. And this is going to be against 2 purples as well. And for you, though, it will have 2 blacks because of the distraction that's still going on over here, and that we've got you set up facing back.
Okay, you said how many purple and black?
For you, Zeb, it is going to be 2 purples and a single black.
Okay.
For Finn, it's 2 purples and 2 black. And you know what? You can make Johnny. You can make a vigilance roll. Okay, Johnny. You can also make a vigilance roll, and it'll be against the 2 purples and 2 blacks as well. 2 purples, 3 blacks. Finn? Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say I was going to flip a point to upgrade my check.
Cool, go for it. Absolutely. Finn, we'll get you. You don't catch. You're not able to see Zeb coming. You miss it completely. But you have 2 threats, which is which in this situation, we will use those threats. How you doing on those? Yeah, you're going to take, you're going to get a black dice on your next check. But you do have a triumph. What would you like to do with that triumph? Finn.
In this, on a vigilance roll, what can I really use that for?
You don't have to use it in relation to the vigilance roll.
Because I was thinking about trying to get out of this situation. Well,
Okay.
Who's wanting to get out of this situation. Feels like the train is getting ever more dangerous. So.
Okay. So you can make. You've got some options. If you want to try to like hide or sneak around in this area of the train, it's going to take a stealth check. If you want to try to go out the window, that's going to take an acrobatics check. Like go out the window and try to climb up on the roof or hang down on the side and climb through along the windows like every kid wants to do on a school bus.
Yeah, can I try and like hide and tuck back behind the back row of chairs while...
Absolutely.
Yeah, what's going on? Trying to get closer to the door to see if I can like do Morse code with the robot friend that I just made.
Absolutely. So with this then, what you're going to do is you're going to make it against. Okay, so you're going to do it against a single purple and a red and one black. I will, however, give you a blue because of all the distraction that is still going on with your train. Because each time we've started each person where they are, we've gone back to start where they're going, then go back and start where they're going.
I don't get this. The dice gods hate me.
Okay, so you have 5 successes. You are super hidden. You've done real good on this, by the way. 5 successes, and you can...
Can I use that triumph to attempt to get the robot's attention for, like, undetected? I actually don't know what he's done since he ran out of the door.
Right. So we'll make it so that you're easily able to move undetected. Tell us how you do that, because this is interesting on this train. How do you move undetected?
I mean, Finn's really limber, and basically he's just sitting there, and then with even the people next to him wouldn't have noticed he's gone until he's not there anymore. But he's kind of slid back under the seats and just army crawled backwards to the reverse of the train.
Okay, cool. So you'll make it back there, and with that triumph, what do you want to do, man?
I mean, I don't know how well the robot jammed the door shut, but I'm aiming to follow, or at least attempt to follow.
So here's this: what you basically did with your first triumph is you made another maneuver as an incidental. Yeah. So we've gotten our 2 movers. We've already done your 2 maneuvers in this turn. So being able to move somewhere like that, it won't necessarily work. You don't have the turn commodity for it, the action commodity. But you can, however, use that to start giving to do a blue dice. Maybe something else happens in this situation. Maybe you want to do a free upgrade. Like there's, like in this situation, do something vital, such as shooting the controls. Maybe you feel this is bad. You do something vital. Use that triumph to pull on. You found that maybe you were put at the emergency stop handle.
Okay, I didn't know it was that kind of train. Let's do that.
Cool. You pull on the emergency stop handle, and immediately everybody jerks, and you feel immediate that something is the train is trying to stop. Same thing going back.
Screeching.
Everything going back. Problem though, I'm glad that you did that because we actually said while we were up on the train that there was a jerk on the train and somebody missed. However, in this situation, what's going to happen is I'm going to need I need 2 people to make a. We also said that Russet, there was a jerk on the train. So like everybody has had this moment because of you. Great. It's all your fault. That's great. That we're like, why did this happen? Why is it still happening?
Yeah. I'm just like, please stop. Please stop.
There is a problem. You have a friend who's on the outside, right on the other side of this wall. So there's room for him to
Just
move.
hear him thud into the side of the door.
It actually, him thudding, yeah. So what I'm going to need you to do, Johnny, I'm going to need you to make a resilience check for me. And this resilience check is going to be up against 3 purples.
So, am I to understand that Johnny did nothing while everything else has been going on?
No, okay. So
I think
again,
this
what's
is like
happened?
flashback to our
Right.
timeline again, kind of thing.
So everybody starts at point A in their time. At A, Russet did his thing and moved on. Then we went back to A, where Esteban is fighting, and then we went back to A,
where I
where's
just
it-
about got everyone killed by trying to stop the train.
So this is literally, in time-wise, right after you slipped through the door and blocked the door and peeked in and then moved your head back around the door.
All right. And you want a what now?
A resilience check. And the resilience check is versus 3 purples. The train, however, will not be giving you any blacks in this situation. All right. So you will succeed. So you're not going to take any damage from when your body jars up against the train. However,
Can I take the narrative wheel here and say that hitting the brake actually shot me across the gap and I landed on the little space right in front of the car behind it?
sure, we can say that, but it's going to make so loud of a noise, and it's going to be that it'll say that not just loud of a noise, but one of the gang members was facing that way and sees you out there now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool.
Bud.
So you're literally on the freight train, on the front landing of the freight train, or the freight car, and what's going on? We're going to go back to Zeb.
Oh, well, I rolled my check.
Where are you, Zeb? Oh, okay. And your check, remind me what I had you roll for?
Perception.
Perception. Okay, so looking through there, you absolutely can see you're going to have a black dice on your next check because of those 2 threats. But with that success, you can see 12 men. Let's see. Actually, no, we took care of one whole group. So there's 9 men in there looking through bags of things that people and everybody else seems to be shying away from them in the train. But these 9 men are standing up in groups of 3.
Okay, and I felt the emergency brake get pulled, right?
Absolutely. So in fact, I need you to make an acrobatics check for me versus 3 purples, and you will have a black on that one.
Are you sure? Because I see athletics, but I don't see acrobatics.
Oh.
Coordination.
Coordination. That's what we need.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Coordination.
And you said it was. I got a black. What else am I adding to it?
3 purples. All right. So you absolutely succeed, but you have 5 threats. So you are able to land on your feet. But in the same way, we're going to spend those to. Where did it go? Cool. So what's going to happen is with those threats, you land on your feet. You don't take any wounds from being thrown into the middle of the car that you're in currently. But what will happen is that you watch as one of the minion groups notices you, and they're going to use a free. They're going to use an incidental to use a maneuver, and with that maneuver, there's already one group that's broken out, and they've opened the door and come to the landing on the car in front of you. And you can see in there that something has gotten the attention at the back end of that car as well. Let's roll.
Okay.
Let's roll initiative for the three of you. Zeb, you're going to have vigilance. Same thing for Johnny, but Finn, you have the option of using cool if you would like.
Do you know? I'll just roll. I was gonna say, is 2 green better than 1 yellow? But
1 yellow has a chance to crit, but 2 green has more chances for successes.
okay, that's kind of where I was leaning roleplay wise, anyways.
All right. Whose initiative am I missing?
Johnny.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Johnny would be involved here.
Because when you got thrown across the back, they noticed that you were out there.
Okay.
So there's a group that's coming that sees that you're out there, and you see the look on their faces like they're going to try to come get you.
Okie dokie.
You did, however, I do remember that you put that that pole through the door to not just shut it, but to kind of hold it in place. And
And you're internal, or you're not necessarily like in the encounter with us at the moment. You might be safe. Safer than the guy jammed behind a chair.
cool. So the first thing that's going to happen is my first group is going to go, and that first group is going to you watch them jump across the train and from the front from coach to the dining car where where is it, where Zeb is, and they jump across, open the door, and step in. And you watch they step in and they all draw pistols, and that'll be the end of their turn. Johnny, you are in initiative for the purpose of being able to defend yourself. You're in initiative for the purpose of you might be attacked in this situation. Those people are going to have to go past. Those people are going to have to go by Finn, so he may be able to draw attention off of you onto himself if he so chooses. But there are maneuvers like defensive stance that makes them have another black dice on their attack. Things that you can do if you've got your turn. You also, if you wanted to, you could try to get into the freight car and break into that one as well with your turn. So who's going to take this first slot? There's currently 2 groups in the there's 2 groups in the coach car and 1 group in the observation car.
Yeah. Johnny, what kind of, is it just the same kind of door to the freight car?
It is. But again, you can tell that the same way to it'll take the same action to unlock the door. You can see that the doors are secure in such a way that you would have to have a key to unlock from the inside to get out of the coach train, and you would have to unlock from the outside to get into the freight.
Is there a window on the door?
Not on the freight door.
Yeah, so I guess I'm going to try and unlock this door.
Absolutely. So this door is just it's an average door. You're going to have, so it's 2 purples. You are going to have 2 blacks because of all the train stuff jostling around in the speed, picking up and being on the outside of the train rather than the inside. But that is a skullduggery check. You so in this situation, this is cool because skullduggery would allow you to pick the lock. Mechanics would actually allow you to break the lock, like not necessarily like if you used a brawl check, you could physically punch the lock to break it or melee it. You could use mechanics to dig around in there until you break it, so that the door's unlocked, but it won't lock again.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use mechanics here. You said 2 purple and 2 black.
2 purple and 2 black, and if you succeed with 2 advantages, then then you will actually be able to relock the door still.
That seems unlikely, but that's what we're going to do. So Johnny, the little blue ball dislodges, and Johnny kind of holds it in his hand right in front of the lock.
Ooh, all right. So you've got 3 threats, and with those three threats, that's real hard to say. You're actually going to while doing that, the train hits just in the back. Something just jostles real hard at this point of the train, and you all feel it. You feel it more in coach. You feel it a little bit in the observation car, but that is going to knock you prone.
Okay. I still have a maneuver.
Yes.
What is holding the freight train to the train in front of it?
There's a coupling that's down there.
Okay. Is it like Old West, pull the pin?
It is like Old West, pull the pin.
Gotcha.
This actually, even though it looks bad, and that you get this from threats, you actually have a real good opportunity because ranged attacks versus someone who's prone have a black dice, and you could actually go into a defensive stance now with that extra maneuver and defend yourself even more.
Let's see. So I haven't actually taken a maneuver, right?
Correct.
Can I take a maneuver to give the ball a turn?
Absolutely, you could.
Okay. And can he make a mechanics check on me?
Yes, he could. Go ahead
right.
and make that mechanics check for us. How many wounds are you at?
I'm at 10.
You're at 10. So that's more than half of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's just 2 purples, isn't it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Hey, Doc, healing someone who's at, or ex-Doc, healing the person who's got more than half of their wounds is 2 purples for you, right?
That sounds correct, yeah.
All right. Current wounds equal to more than half of the wound threshold. It's 2 purples. Success in a threat. So,
this doesn't look good. Okay.
So you are able to heal a certain number of wounds, but with that black, you're going to take a strain.
All right. So actually, my companion would take that strain.
Yes, your companion. Thank you.
Great.
Cool. I'll figure out how many wounds you heal here in just a moment. All right.
Okay, dope.
Keep it moving along. And bad dude. First, the group that's right there by the door is going to attempt to break the door open and get out, and they start fighting with it. So they're going to make an athletics check to try to open this door.
Hey, Jim.
Yes.
I think. Wait. Was an NPC second?
Yeah.
Okay. I got.
We should have had 2 in a row.
I thought we had 2 PC slots in a row.
Oh, I thought we had 2 people. I'm sorry. I was moving the. I was thinking about what you did there, Finn, and put it in that slot. So we have a PC slot then. Who'd like to take it?
Unless Zeb's got something going crazy.
Go for it. Just to get.
I want to go ahead and I see them coming back to the back of the train, right?
They're
I assume they're
yeah,
there.
they're back there by
I
you.
want to maneuver back to my seat if I can with stealth.
Okay,
Sneak back to my seat. Do I need want me to roll
your
for
original
that?
seat.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
I'm just trying to. I'm going to stand up and confront them, but I need to get back there so they don't know I was the one ruining stuff. So they'll take me seriously.
Okay, so this is going to be again against that. Let's see, vigilance. There's 3 of them. Okay, this time it's going to be 2 purples. No, 2 reds and a purple. And you have you have 2 black dice. One because of train motion, and the other because with the emergency brake being pulled, there's only one in this car, and you're trying to sneak away from it.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
a success and 2 triumphs. So you
Um,
successfully sneak back to your seat.
I would say so.
What do you want to use those triumphs for?
I think I want to stand up and get their attention.
Cool. Spend a triumph, and you will have
So-
the attention of all 6 of them.
So, could I? I guess I have two triumphs. Can I also go ahead and I want? Finn's kind of like, gentlemen, you're back here robbing pennies from the poor while a special edition beta Billy Butler bot is right in front of you. Like, the tracks on this robot alone are worth as much as this train car. Who sent you back here not knowing it was here?
And you're just trying to get their attention?
Just diverting their attention to the robot that I'm claiming is very valuable.
The one in the back?
Yeah, no, the Billy bot, the Butler bot that last time Caleb had a confrontation with.
Where's the butler bot?
It
So
was
there
in
was
one of the seats.
there was another robot that I was like, "Hey, help me out here."
That's right. And the butler
And it
bot
says
sitting there
beta
turns
across
around-
his face. I'm trying to convince him that means it's special and that its
The Butler
parts are
bot
worth
like-
money.
Me?
Yes, this one.
And they all immediately you hear a conversation. Let's see. And so on their turn, that one will lose his turn. And the group they're talking. Oh, I never thought of that. That'd be great. I could use a butler bot. The boss could use a butler bot. Yes, the boss could use a butler bot. But there's another bot outside. Yeah, but this one's in here and that one's trying to get away. Go ahead and just get this one tied down real quick. Yeah, we can do that. So then, Zeb, it's your turn.
All right. So how many of them is there in here with me? 3 or 4? I think there's 4.
3.
3? Okay. How far away from me are they?
They are a maneuver away.
Okay, so I will move up closer to them.
Okay.
And I will use magic attack, but I will use the blast quality.
Okay.
So I have 2 purple on my Arcana check.
Okay. So you're within short range of them? No, you.
You see,
It'd be easier for you to actually still be at short range rather than moving up.
Right. Rather than moving into engaged with them.
Yeah, because it's very difficult to cast magic while you're engaged.
oh. Okay, so they're within range of my magic, but
Yeah, you're within short range of them right now.
oh, okay. Well, then let's do that. Okay, I thought I had to move to get to them.
No. You're within short range.
Okay. Arcana.
So you have one purple, and then you're adding blast to it.
Yeah, it gives it another purple.
Yep. So you're at 2 purples then.
Yep. Come on, work.
And what's your knowledge rating?
3.
3. All right. So you don't get the advantages for blast to go off.
Nope.
But you have 3 successes. So what's the damage going to be on that?
Oh, it's gonna be 3 plus using my little oh shit, what is that? Walking stick. So that's 4. So we're looking at 7 right now. Hold on, I don't think.
Well, your intellect is what?
And my intellect is, I believe, a 3.
3. Oh, right. So then that's 10 points total. So they've got soak of 4. So you're able to 4, 8, 9, 10. So you killed one and did half the wounds to the other one. And the third one is still standing there fine.
Okay. Is there anywhere I can duck down behind?
Oh, absolutely.
Then
But just remember, if it's within 1 move of you, it's within 2 moves of them.
Okay, well, I'd still like to not be out as so exposed right now.
Okay. You've not taken any maneuvers, so if you wanted to take 2 more strain to get a second maneuver, you could move far enough that they to a place like in this observation. There's tables on the side. There's
oh no, I can't afford to strain out right now. I'll just
okay.
I'll just stay here then.
Okay. Cool. So then you can take a single maneuver if you could hide.
Yeah, I'll just use a single maneuver to, like, if I'm at if I'm there, I'm just gonna duck behind the doorway from my car to the passenger car.
Gotcha. So what they're going to do then with their maneuver? Oh no, their maneuver was the first one. Cool. So they have a black dice to attack you now. That last group, though, the one at the robot is, let's see. You know what? Since for that triumph, and these are minions, and they're pretty terrible. They use their turn. They use their turn doing nothing, just taking care of that robot, getting himself talking to them. The robot keeps trying to C-3PO get out of this situation, but it's not really working. Baddies. Oh, actually, no. Russet, we're up to you. At the end of each of these rounds, you're finally getting up to you're finally going to get to some of these situations where you're being taken care of. So right now, you're going to find that you have a group of 4 that are standing right there, and the door is open to the rest of the engine, and there is a man that you can assume to be the conductor laying on the ground, bleeding out.
Right.
So, for real quick, roll initiative, but don't click initiative. Just show me the roll.
Okay. It's just a vigilance roll, yeah?
Just a vigilance roll. Yep.
All right.
Because they weren't expecting you. You weren't expecting them.
True. All right.
2 advantages. And
Whoa.
Okay. So they're going to go first. So what's happening, Russet, is for our situation, you happen at the end of each round.
Yep.
So they see you and they go, "Look out! Someone's coming!" And they're going to take shots at you, and they are going to dive behind some of the walls in here further into the engine car.
So these shots, just for my defense, have 2 black.
2 more black because of train movement. And they're at short range of you.
Yep. Let me just...
You know what? Just to keep things simple, there's only 3 of them instead of 4. So I don't have to remember differences in that. And rolling to hit. 2 successes and a threat. So with those 2 successes, you're going to take 8 points of damage.
8?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Or of wounds.
Yep.
And they use their maneuver to hide off to the side, get some cover.
All right. Okay.
And it is your turn.
Okay.
And all of this is going on up above on the train. You have them swinging while she keeps stabbing at Esteban, and Esteban loses a weapon and starts going at it. Oh, getting real hard at this time.
Mm-hmm. So they're hiding behind stuff. So they're not really in my way to get from here to the engine. Is that correct?
So the engine is not like cartoon drawings where it's just a little compartment at the back of it in a long train. The compartment's actually longer.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's this hallway with some maybe benches or some storage to put right there, and then right after that is this open space work area for the engineer.
Remind me, Mike, did Russet give you his dog, or has he still got it?
Unless it was taken when you got on the train, I think you would still have it.
Okay, so what Russet wants to do is he's going to move up, because they're sort of to the side a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to move up. He's going to put the dog down, and he's going to say, "It's a bomb!" And he's going to keep on moving forward.
Put the what down?
My breakfast
dog.
That's right.
It's just like making a ticking noise, but it's
he
secretly
presses the
making
green button on the breakfast bot, and it starts to like heat up and shake. And Russet's saying it's a bomb, and he's moving forward.
Okay, make so your maneuvers to do it, and you're gonna make a deception roll.
Oh yeah.
Versus 2 reds and a purple.
All right. Okay, so my deception is really bad.
Don't forget, you've got story points.
Yeah, I'm going to spend one for sure. 2 reds and a purple?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, man. 2 reds and a purple. This is going to suck.
I want to see you succeed.
Me too. Really I can only flip 1, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm watching the screen just waiting. Literally, there are 4 failures, and each one of them say in unison, "That ain't a bomb!" In chorus from all around, "That ain't a bomb, what?" But you have 2 advantages. What would you like to do with them?
All right, they all turn around. They say, "That ain't a bomb." And what Russet does is he flexes his muscles and he goes, "Yes, it is, damn it!" And it's kind of like an intimidation check.
Cool.
To get them to say, "Yes, it is." That's the 2 advantages I want. I don't know. Can I get a boost to an intimidation check next turn or something with those 2?
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
Frothing at the mouth. He wants a boost to coercion.
Technically, you can go. I give a boost die to whoever goes next, and they're not. Everybody else isn't in the encounter in your encounter, so those boost die would transfer to you.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. So then we make sure that you know that you got it. Russet. Russet, 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 russet. There you go. You got 2 boost dice. And then back to the top. You in Zeb's car, you watch as the group of them, the last 2 guys, they dive behind two tables as well, and they turn it over and they start leaning over and shooting at you, and you're still at short range. So 1 purple. Do you have any range defense, Zeb?
No.
All right, but there's still going to be 2 blacks because of all of the train crap going on. So I've got that's it. Roll 3 successes. All right, you're going to take 9 wounds. Actually, I lied. I need to roll again because I forgot the black dice from you hiding. There, no wounds, and they have a threat.
Okay.
So you're good, but they are currently hidden behind the table as well. So you are going to have another black dice on your roll. PCs, who's taking it?
Can I see any of their guns? The guys that are working on the robot, any of their guns freely available for me to try and steal,
They've got them all holstered.
or even maybe my gun back?
Didn't you sneak one on?
It was stolen from me, the very last thing.
Okay.
Which is why, well, they were trying to, and I.
Okay. You can make a skullduggery check. It's going to require you to take a maneuver to get closer to one of the sacks.
Yeah,
And we'll say that your skullduggery is part of you trying to just not. It's not that you're not trying to be seen moving. You're just trying not to be noticed doing this.
Yeah. Not making it apparent that I'm aiming for the gun. What's the difficulty on that going to be?
2 reds and a purple.
2 reds and a purple.
And whoever's going next, have a plan of what you're doing.
I'm going to go ahead and switch. Oh, whoops! I added one. There we go. And that will change my last green to a yellow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you fail, but you have an advantage. You are not able to do it, and you are going to be caught. Not being able to get your and without your gun.
Yeah. Can I use that advantage to notice an important detail going on in conflict?
An important detail?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you can see from them is that the other important detail is that that other marshal in here, he was not shot. No, he was killed, wasn't he?
I think he was shot pretty good. They unloaded on him.
So they unloaded on him, but they never took his gun.
Okay, sweet.
And they look at you and go, "Sit back down now, or it's gonna get ugly."
That gun had cream cheese on it.
That's exactly right. The best cheese. Cream cheese. Cool. Next PC slot.
I'm going to shoot at them back.
Go for it. It's 1 purple because you're in short range, but it's still gonna be 3 blacks. 3 because of the environment on the train, and 1 more, or 2 because of the train environment, 1 more because of the them having cover.
Okay, 2 purple and how many black?
3.
I was counting. Okay. And before I put this in, does the accurate quality on a gun give me a boost die?
Gives you a boost die, yes.
Okay, so I put that in correct. Okay.
There you go. What's the damage on that?
6. Where is it?
Yeah, 6, 7, 8 is what it should be.
Yeah, 6 for the pistol and 2. Yeah, 8 damage to 1.
All right. So you hit 1, killing him, and doing half of it the last one's wounds. So there's 1 left by himself. You want to spend a maneuver or anything?
I'm gonna move like up to another table. Like I'm trying to get, to make my way back there to where everybody is, but I'm trying to keep as much cover between me and them.
Okay, don't forget how this is set up right now. You're in the middle of the observation train. That remaining one is at the back of the observation train, and then the train behind it is Coach.
Oh, then I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay.
But I am gonna use my advantage to give him a black.
It takes 2 to get a black.
Does it? Okay.
You can, however, say that for some reason, like maybe your gunshots are real loud and it's drawn the attention of the guys in the other car, and so it's going to give whoever goes next to blue dice because those other guys are distracted because there's fighting going on.
I'll do that.
Perfect. So then, NPC. This one is looking at you, saying, "You're gonna sit down, right?" And he's gonna try to intimidate you into sitting there, Finn. Finn, what is your discipline?
I have 2 ranks in discipline.
Mm-hmm. So 2 ranks in discipline, and that's with will.
1 will, so it'll be a yellow and a green for me.
So
I would look to roll it.
All right, and because you have a blue, I'll give you the. Let's see.
I think I'm not next in turn order, so I don't get that blue.
No,
right?
you're not. Okay, cool. So they roll. Yeah. So whoever goes next is going to end up getting a boost die to their roll, but they succeed, and you have been cowed into going back to your seat. So if you want to, if you would like to, you know what? We'll say it like this: if you go back to your seat, you can start over. If you'd like to go against this cowing, you have another setback die of what you're doing.
Okay.
But that'll happen on your turn for you.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Okay. So then, Johnny Joybringer.
How much did I heal?
You would have healed, I think, a fair amount.
It depends on the rank of the heal thing, I think.
Let's see.
Like 1 for every success, and then
Yeah, a number of wounds equal to 1 for each success.
plus the rank of the heal skill if they have it.
So in this case, it'd be mechanics.
Right.
So then I would heal 1 plus whatever the mechanics is.
It actually, in the book, it just says that you heal 1.
No, yeah, it's the talent is what I'm talking about. If
Okay.
you have multiple ranks of the talent that helps you heal it, it adds to it.
Gotcha. So you heal 1 wound.
And I'm currently prone.
Yes. And looking through the window, a simple check, you see that any of the guys, even from where you are looking up through that window in the coach car, you don't see anybody there anymore, or at least any of the bandits.
So yeah, I guess I'm going to. So what? It's my movement to stand up.
Yeah, it's a
maneuver to stand. Okay, so I will stand up, and then I'm going to try and get this door open again.
Okay.
Now, you said that the next person who goes gets 2 blues. Are you talking about our team or their team?
No, you get the next person who goes gets 1 blue. The 2 blue statement was in Russet's encounter.
Well, um, so Finn passed a blue, and then the bad guys passed a blue, both of which would have to go to me.
Ah, yes, then.
Wait, no. Zeb passed a blue, and then I reacted to an NPC turn. I didn't pass a blue.
Oh, okay. So Zeb passed the blue, and
Yeah.
so not Finn. But either way, I have
Just
2.
1 blue.
Well, I should have 2 because the bad guys passed a blue to me as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see. Okay, yeah, you're right. They have 2 threats on there.
All right. So am I still up against 2 purple, 2 black?
Yes.
All right. Once again, he
You
holds.
must spend
What?
a point.
No. This isn't Johnny's forte. I'm not going to force it.
Okay, so just this time, no successes. What would you like to do? Would you like to do anything with another maneuver?
Yeah, he's going to try and heal me again.
Okay. Since you stood up, that will cost you 2 strain to do.
Cool. It's still 2 purple?
Yes. We make sure you are at. Yes, it'd still be 2 purple. Cool. You heal 3 wounds.
Okey-doke.
And from that point on, it'll turn into only 1 purple. Okay. So the next one is in there, in the cart, and hearing those shots, they are going to go into the. They're going to use their maneuver to go into the observation car, and to maneuver their move and their action to get into the observation car. So now that one that was alone is in a group of 4, and he's in there with Zeb. They go first against Esteban. Esteban? Not Esteban, shoot. Russet. They look at you and they're like, no. And they're going to try to. That's not a dog. And you moving by them, they are going to try to dogpile on top of you to stop you from getting up there.
Cool.
All right.
So
this
these are melee checks, right?
is brawl.
Brawl. Right. So again, I have 2 defense here.
And their brawl is okay. And motion from the train is making things difficult. 2 threats. You get another blue dice on your next roll.
All right.
So it's your roll. You have 3 blue dice.
3 blue dice.
And they tried to pile up on top of you, and they didn't. They still all have their guns in their hands, but they all go after you, and you easily are able to dodge out of the way with all of that. Or not.
Right, but they're engaged?
Yes.
Beautiful. That's great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a strain to take a defensive stance. Then...
Are you sure you don't want to do that after you do what you're about to do?
I mean, does it matter?
Well, if what you're about to do is attack, then you could attack first, then do defensive stance, so you don't have the penalty.
Right. Sure. Yep. Okay. So I will make an attack. Yep. Okay.
The attack on them is going to be just the 2 purple. And then 2 blacks. Because of train motion.
So I'll have 2 purple. And I've got 3 boost dice on this. Do I have to spend them all on the one check?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to spend a story point to turn that into a purple and a red.
Okay. Purple, red. And you said 2 black?
2 black. Awesome.
Right.
2 successes,
So,
5 advantages.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna do 5. I'm gonna do 5, 7. So 7 damage.
Okay.
Because it's 2 plus 3 plus 2. Yeah. So, yeah. 7. I've got a crit rating of 5, so I can crit.
Okay. And that crit, since it's a minion group, how do you take it out?
All of them?
Yes, a critical hit on a minion group immediately eliminates the minion group.
Right. So Russet, he he picks up the dog and he's just gonna whirl around, just boom, 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 boom. It's a bomb, damn it! And he's gonna throw the bot behind him and storm towards the engine.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Top of the round. Do me a favor real quick. I want Zeb, do a favor for me. I want you to just roll on the critical. If you roll a 1 to 33, then we get rid of the first slot of enemies. 34 to 66, second slot, and 67 to 100, the third slot.
Okay. You said one of the 100s?
Yep, just roll critical. Got it. We get rid of the third slot. Got it. So the first slot, this group of 4 is now going to get up and attack you. They are shooting from behind tables. Pew, 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 pew. And they're going to have... Do you have any range defense?
Nope. All I can give them is black for being somewhere.
Gotcha. So short range, 1 purple, 3 blacks, and there's 4 of them. So this is gonna hurt. Do you want to flip a story point to upgrade the difficulty?
Sure. I'll give them a red.
All right. Here we go. Got it. So 3 successes. So that's 9 wounds before soak. And they take a point of... well, they don't take any strain because they can't. Actually, they can. You know what? Hell, they take a point of strain. That hurts them too. One of their member of their group is on their last leg, and they duck down and try to stay in their cover. PC. Anybody?
Dev, you want to rebuttal that, or?
Yeah, I can try to magic them out again. Let's see if I won't do the same thing. I'm going to try to get some. I'm going to try to blast them. If I can't do something.
Okay, so you've got the 2 purples, you've got 2 blacks, and then your magic stuff.
Yep.
You can focus. Like, I have no problem with you going, I'd like to aim with this. Cool. Magic focus. Get yourself a blue dice.
Okay. Let me. Yeah, okay. So it's 3 of those. It's 2 purple because of what I've done. 3 black. I'm aiming. Is there any other negative? I know I'm at 2 purple and 3 black. Is there any more?
No.
Okay. So shit.
So you've got 1 advantage. You can use that to heal a point of strain or to
Yeah,
give a blue dice.
I'm gonna have to heal a point of strain before I strain myself out.
All right. I've moved that stuff for you, man. Next PC.
So Finn is gonna. He's puts his hands up like easy, okay. He's gonna back towards his seat, and when he notices them turn back to the robot, he's gonna sneak towards the gun, which he has a knack for sneaking, so he'll negate that black dice.
Okay. That will, however, take 2 of your strain, Finn, because
Why?
you can. It'll either be 3 black dice because you're trying to go against their coercion for that 3rd one.
Right.
And the knack for it only gets rid of 2, right?
Right. Yeah, I can take a point of strain. That's fine.
Okay.
Their difficulty here. Like me to go against.
Are you and you're trying to stealth?
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak over towards the gun.
Okay. They are not paying attention to you, so that's going to end up being a purple and 2 reds. Wow. Rolling good tonight. A success, a threat, and a triumph. That threat's going to cost you another point of strain.
Okay.
You succeed. You've been able to sneak over there, and what do you do with that triumph?
Well, does this stealth count as an action or just a maneuver?
It's part of your maneuver.
Okay, because I want to quick draw that gun that he's got.
Okay, that's your incidental.
Yeah. Oh man, how do I use this triumph? I'm not used to rolling so many. It can act as a advantage, right?
Yeah, it can act as an advantage.
So can I give myself a blue die on my next roll?
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
So I'll quick draw on the jokers that turned around.
Okay,
So
you're going to be in a little bit of a rough situation because how close you are is literally right up against them.
Fine.
So you're engaged, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult than a regular, than just regular shooting.
Good with that.
Okay, there it is. All right, so it's just going to be, so instead of it being 1 purple, it'll be 2 purples.
Oh, sorry. What gun am I shooting? What kind of gun am I
You're holding a revolver. So 6 damage, crit 4, accurate 1. So you get another blue dice. Cool. So 4 advantages. You pull the trigger, the gun goes off, you miss completely, but you've got 4 advantages. You can use those to give a blue dice to whoever goes next. Like, since you miss wildly, you could use that to go. It goes right. The bullet goes through the window, right over Johnny Joybringer's head, and hits the lock, giving him 2 blue dice because it just got easier. Or 4 blue dice because he's going to go next, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Joybringer, you hear that?
4 blue dice. Does that make it work? Does that make the lock break?
So then, their turn, and it's the group that's right there in front of you. There's only 3 of them left, and they're going to try to shoot at you as well. So they got the train movement. Do you have any ranged defense?
Sorry, me or
Yes.
I have 1.
You have 1 ranged defense?
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Johnny Joybringer's going to break into there, pull an Uzi out, turn around.
I'm going
Everybody's
to
dead.
spend a story point to upgrade the check.
Good.
Wow. That's terrible. So they miss completely with two failures, and with their 3
Their bullets hit my bullet midair.
Yeah. You know what? This gets real bad. They miss completely, and they're going to give. I don't want social encounters. I want that one.
I love that multiple people are just wildly shooting guns on this train, and everybody's like, "Man, it's good.
Oh.
I guess I'll duck."
Okay, so people are hiding right now.
Yeah, for sure.
With those
And
3,
dead all over.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. So the active character, that's the enemy, grants the enemy, that's you guys, a significant advantage. So with this significant advantage, that bullet also goes wildly. One of the bullets goes wildly out the window. Another one right by your head, Johnny Joybringer, and actually breaks the lock open for you. Is that okay?
Sure. Do I still get 4 boost dice on whatever I do next?
Yeah.
Mostly because you're pumped about what's going on.
He's over there going, mechanics check, mechanics check.
This is great.
Cool. So that does bring us to Johnny Joybringer.
Yeah. After just getting briefly mechanicsed upon by the little orb, he turns back to the door, completely oblivious to the shots and everything that have helped him along the way, because it's so loud out here, obviously, that he goes and he's like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna force this thing open. And he goes and he pushes real hard, and the door just slides right open. And a little orb kind of floats in front of him and sticks back to his head. I'm gonna walk into the freight room, and with those 4 boost die, I'm gonna say that I grab a weapon that I would like to keep secret, that I know is back here.
Like one of the other players, or just a weapon?
It's a weapon that I know is here.
What weapon is? Oh, do you don't want to tell me what it is?
Right, yeah. For dramatic effect, I would like to not say. He disappears into the dark freighter.
Okay, I'm going to need you, since you... Now, tell me, are you looking for this weapon specifically?
Sure.
Make a perception roll.
Actually, he wouldn't be able to look for this specifically. I think it would immediately draw his attention. I think there's no doubt about it that this would draw his attention.
Okay. So then a vigilance check, maybe?
Okay, fine.
Do you not want to roll anything for it?
No, it's fine. I don't mind.
Something.
Yeah, cool. I'll do it. Let's see. So vigilance. Very good.
So
What are we up
what you're
against
looking
here?
for what you're looking for, weapons are not like stored anywhere special. There's actually a rack and closet that they put these things in. Some weapons are too big for it. Some weapons are special, so they don't put them in that place. They put them in somewhere, but it's obvious where it would be. So this is just an easy. You're looking for a crap ton of advantages right now. 1 purple.
Okay, is it still 2 black?
It is. Do you have dark vision?
No.
Okay, this room is not lit right now. So
Wait, isn't your pet basically a flashlight?
I was gonna say my the little orb can act and give that can give off a light based on what you told me about its specific species.
okay. So then this will be just 1 black from train movement, from train jostling. Awesome. So all of those successes, because you have so many successes, you don't just find that. This freight train is loaded for bear, tons of stuff, and on top of, on one of these crates, you actually find a symbol with you see one of them labeled with a black square and a silver M encircled by a red circle. You start looking around, you start seeing a lot more of these.
Okay. Obviously Johnny knows what this is, but again, he's looking for something.
Oh, you find what you were looking for, but you
Okay.
also find this.
Okay, cool. So that would be my maneuver and my action.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Those bad guys are going to keep. They're going to try to dogpile you again, and you've got 2 defense back there. Russet?
They're all dead.
Oh, that's right. You killed them all. They're all dead. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to make a. Let's see. I want you to make a mechanics check, looking over this train, because something with these guys in here, something doesn't look right. The mechanics check is going to be, however, 3 purples.
Right. So does this count then for the triumph that I spent earlier?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I'm upgrading this. 3 purples, you say?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How many black?
1 for the jostling.
Okay, so I reduce that to nothing because I have knack for it. Then my mechanics. Excuse me.
It's all good.
Is 3 and 1. Yep, that looks about right. And I'm upgrading. So 3 purple, no black. That's it?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So with those 4 purples, you see that the problem is that there has been sabotage. It is riddled with bullet holes. Not only bullet holes, like there are pieces that are laying around all out on the floor that you can see that like levers have been bent and pulled out and disconnected. And there's this has got to be fixed. This train is going faster and faster and faster. Please make a vigilance roll for me as well.
So, okay. Sure, I will do that. Just as an incident, the emergency stop has finished working?
The emergency stop is no longer trying to slow down the train.
Right. Okay. So, cool. So it's a vigilance check. Any purples on this?
Yes, this is going to be 2 purples, and you know what? Because of those those 3 threats that you rolled earlier. Let's add a black to it, and one of those threats can equal a point of strain.
Ready.
All right. You can see that, or you don't see it, but you start hearing in one of the mechanisms off to the side, there is shouting very loud and very difficult to hear over the sound of the train. There is a speaker, and someone is yelling into it and going, "Stop that train! Stop it now! Stop it now! The tracks are out!"
Right. Okay.
Back to the top. Baddies going after Zeb. Zeb, you have 2 defense.
Nope. Just
Nope.
the one black for cover.
Just the 1 black for cover. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. And the group is going to continue shooting at you. They get a triumph. They succeed with 4 advantages and a triumph. All right, so that success is going to the success is going to be a 7 wounds.
I'm dead.
Are you really?
Yep.
So
Yep.
you're not dead, you're dying. You immediately take a critical hit from it.
Oh. Well, whatever that we talk, we went over.
Right. So actually, in this situation, what they're going to do is they're going to do 2 critical hits to you. The one from the gun and one for you going over. So the first critical hit, is 95. Good thing that never happened on Esteban. The 95 is... The target suffers 2 points of strain each time they perform an action until the critical hit is healed. So make sure you put down on that one that's a 3 purple crit. Because that's what it takes to heal it. A medicine check of 3 purple. And they're going to roll again on that critical and add 10. A 90. Increase the difficulty of all skill checks by 1 until the critical injury is healed. So with that, pow, 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 you hear that stuff. They hear lots of gunshots going off real fast, real loud, and right by the door at the back of the car in front of you there, Finn.
Yeah, would you say they're in medium range? Or
The ones in...
maneuver? Sorry, not the people next to me, the people in the car back or forward.
The people that are forward, they are in medium range, but you're going to have a black dice for shooting through the windows as well.
Okay.
And let me check one thing real quick, because I think that the attacking... come on. You know what? Go ahead. It's taking me longer to find it than I want. I'll find it later.
All right, so I will aim.
You can also spend a story point to give you more dice or upgrade it.
Well, I have accurate from the gun. I'm going to aim, and then I'm holding off on a story point because if I hit, I have Lucky Strike, which will add a lot of damage. Probably.
Okay. You are going to have... Okay, sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah. All right.
Got it. 3 successes with a ton of advantages.
Use those advantages.
Your gun is a crit like 4.
Yeah, it is a crit 4. What does that mean for?
If you crit on a minion group, you immediately dispatch that minion group.
Yeah, with all those advantages, can I make that happen? Looks like
Yeah, you can do that. You spend 4 of them, and the minions that just dropped Zeb, you shoot through the windows, and there's one bullet hole, and you're able to light it up and you move around that bullet hole and just keep the one bullet hole in your door, and the other door there's 4 bullet holes. And you just keep shooting through the same bullet hole and take them out.
I guess I'll push blue forward with my other 2 advantages. Yeah.
Push what?
Push a blue forward.
You can push both of them and just say whoever goes next.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, 2 forward.
This would be you then, Johnny Joybringer.
Would it be advantageous meta wise to allow, are there death saves that
There are not.
Zeb would be able to use these boost die on?
No, there are not death saves.
All right, well then I am going to use 2 maneuvers. The first maneuver will be to make my way to the opposite door, the one outside the cart where all the fighting had originally started. I'll use my second maneuver to get the orb to have a turn.
Okay.
At the cost of 2 strain, and he's going to open the door.
Okay.
And Johnny, with this, the first thing you see through the door is this giant stinger on the end of this long weapon. He steps through and basically slams it down, and he looks. What's remaining as far as bad guys go?
There's still 3 more right in there, right up against Finn, and you watch, and you can see Finn literally right beside them, and for some reason he's shooting away from them into the car in front of you.
I think when he slams down the spike, or this big sting covered halberd, he walks through, slams it down, and points it right out at him. And he says, "Here's Johnny," and he gives him a scathing tirade.
Beautiful. What's the roll that we need to make for that one?
I actually roll it.
Or is there a defense on that? Is there something you have to roll against?
Yes. Sorry. Duh. It is.
It's all right. Oh, just 2 purples. That's it.
Yeah, I was going to say an average check.
As long as they can hear you, there's no blacks. Let's give it 1 black just for noise.
Okay. It's coercion. And I have 2 purples.
And you have 2 purples. You have 2 blues as well.
That's what I meant to say. 2 blues. I'm gonna flip a point and gain an extra yellow.
There you go. 5 successes and an advantage.
All right. For each success, the check generates 1 enemy within short range suffers 1 strain. For each advantage, an enemy affected or 1 enemy affected by scathing tirade suffers an additional strain.
3, 3, 3, 2. And don't you have the advanced version of that as well?
Oh, I do. How about that?
Add a black dice to all skill checks they make for a number of rounds equal to your ranks in coercion.
Which is 2.
Cool. So they're going to have black dice.
So these guys would take 5, or one of the minion group would take 5. And actually, they would take 10. Is that right?
No.
So
the way that scathing tirade works is that it says 1 enemy within short range suffers 1 strain for each one.
Right. So 5.
Right, but there's only 3 enemies.
Okay.
So those other 2 won't be used.
So I think it means one target takes 5 strain.
Yeah, totally. For each success check generates 1 enemy suffers 1 strain. For each advantage, 1 enemy is affected by an additional strain.
No, so successes lets you pick another enemy to take 1 strain.
Okay, so then somebody takes 2, so I'm still at least getting 4.
Right. Somebody takes 2. So right now you've got the 3 of them. Each of them is taking 1, but another one takes another point.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
So
So you can strain up to the number of successes you have gotten.
right.
So you also stressed out the robot or what's left of him.
And they all have black dice as well. Or yeah, they'll have the black dice. So it's their turn. And they're going to try shooting at you. And train to you have range defense 1 or 2. Finn.
1.
1. Okay. And they're engaged with you. And roll. You're going to take 7 wounds. And Zeb, you are out cold. Esteban, up there, you can see off in the distance, not close, but certainly in some mileage. Off on the very end, it looks like there is a place where the train tracks do not connect while you've got a hold of her. She is going to try to punch you, Esteban. She's going to rear back. Do you have any melee defense? Okay, cool. So then she... Okay.
He said 2. I don't know if you heard him.
But he said 2?
Yeah, he typed 2.
2. I have a. Yeah, yeah. My freaking mic wasn't unmuting for a second.
With her other free hand, she's going to rear back and she's going to swing at you as hard as she can. Awesome. That's going to be a whole total of 8 wounds. No piercing. It is your turn, Esteban. You have soak.
My computer's acting all funny. It's all lagging. Yeah, soak of 7.
Soak of 7. So you take 1 point there, Esteban.
Yep.
And it's your turn.
All right. Let's see. Orc. Okay, what's all the dice you gonna get him?
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm still using my orc ability, so I mean, obviously 1 black already.
Right.
I'm on to maneuver myself around, so I've ignored the terrain black die. What else do I add to this?
Are you just trying to punch her again?
Yeah. No. She's put Esteban to the point that he's either he's going to try his damnedest not to kill her, just drop her, and he's just going to throw her off the
cool
off the train.
Are you attacking with one of the kitchen knives? Or are you attacking with a punch?
Punch.
Cool. Go for it then. It's going to be a brawl versus 2 purple. 2 purple and let's see. You still have 3. Oh no, I'm sorry. You still have to upgrade stuff. So a purple and a red, and 3 blacks.
A purple, a red, and how many blacks?
3.
Okay, so it's 1 purple, 1 red, and 3 blacks.
Yep.
Okay. Because I think. Oh, no! I'm going to attack her with the kitchen knife. Screw it. She died. She died. I don't care.
Okay.
She dead. She dead. All right.
Oh, phew. So you fail. You get 2 advantages. What would you like to do with those advantages?
Heal some strain.
Heal some strain. But you also get a despair.
Heal me some strain.
Yeah. So you get 2 strain back, but with that despair, ooh. So you said you're hitting her with the knife?
Yeah.
All right. The knife becomes. Is that what I want?
Huh?
I'm checking to make sure that's what I want.
Oh, okay.
You drop the knife and it goes flying off the edge of the train and into the water.
Esteban just looks at the knife and just watches it.
And you realize that there is a problem, and the train started slowing down, but has started speeding up even more. And whatever's going on, you know that you sent Russet up to the front, and there's not really been any change yet. So he needs some help. And then you look behind you on the train, and all of a sudden, you see like bullet holes opening up in the ceiling.
Esteban, kind of looking at her and then looking at the so bullet holes, train. He's going to. So the way I'm facing towards the engine, right?
You're facing no. Right now, you're because you maneuvered to have the wind at your back. You're facing the back of the train right now.
Esteban looks at her and smiles and says, I'll see you later, senorita. I says, we'll have to do it again sometime. And he kind of like jumps down, to land on the little platform between the cart that they're standing on. And, he's going to land on he's going to attempt to, to put himself on that.
Make a coordination check for me.
Okay, coordination.
This is going to be 2 purples, but there's also going to be a black involved.
Okay. All right, let's see. Where's coordination? Agility. Well, at least I've got some points in agility. All right. What's the other die that I'm adding to it?
2 purples, 2 black. 2 purples and a black, right?
Yeah, 2 purples and a black. That's correct.
All cancel out. So since they all cancel out, all right. So since they all cancel out, you will not land on your feet. You'll actually land seated on your rear end. So it'll take a maneuver for you to stand up, and you are going to take falling damage. Falling damage. Where did it go? Where did it go? I don't know. I will find it some other time. You got lucky. Cool. So, actually, there it is. You will take. Ooh, okay. So you are going to take. You didn't get anything there. You can make an average athletics roll for me now.
Okay. Well, that's better. That's better.
So,
That's better.
2 purples.
Okay, 2 purples.
And since you failed your coordination, this will be 2 blacks.
Okay, 2 blacks. All right, let me get my athletics up here. Athletics. All right.
All right. So you failed. You are going to take Oh, Esteban, you are so. Oh. Esteban, you're gonna take 10 wounds.
Well, I have a 7 soak.
Wait, I thought your soak was 6, dude.
No, it's 7. No, because I looked on my damn character sheet. I have that freaking toughen, or not toughen, enduring.
Your soak does not reduce falling damage. The athletics check would have, but your soak will not.
Okay.
So you will also fall unconscious, and you will take a critical 87. Oh wait, it's not 87. You have 5 on you right now.
Hmm?
Right?
What on what, wounds or strain?
No. How many critical hits have you taken?
Oh Jesus, 3 if I'm not mistaken.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the highest critical that we've seen.
I'll take it. Let's do it.
117. Blinded. You can no longer see. Upgrade the difficulty of all checks twice, and upgrade the difficulty of perception and vigilance checks 3 times until the critical injury is healed.
Mm.
It's a lot of crits.
Yep.
And we're at Russet.
Mm-hmm.
Russet, what are we doing, man?
Well, I mean, you narrated that I can see very clearly all of these bullet holes, all of the damage done up here, with my success on my mechanics check earlier. So obviously Russet wants to slow the train down. What do I need to do to do that?
Okay, so with your previous roll, you can see a lot that's wrong with that same roll. You'll understand like this is all going on. Fixing the entire engine is not necessary to stop the train. If what your goal is to do is stop the train, you'll have to stop the emergency brake or fix the emergency brake from here.
Okay. Then I will try to fix the emergency brake.
All right, so this is how this is going to work. You have remaining for you. You have 5 rounds. Okay. In the quick assessment on your mind, you're like, I don't have long. You are going to have to get 3 successful checks before in those 5 rounds.
Yeah.
If you roll a despair, you won't be able to fix it.
Okay.
But you will have time to get to start alerting the crew.
So, okay. Russet's drunk.
Yep.
What he decides to do is pull the pin between this carriage and the rest of the train.
Okay, so what that's going to do is that since it takes each of those rounds is one of the chances to do that, it's going to take you 2 rounds to get to the pin to pull it, or you can pull it in 2 rounds, but it'll take up all of your maneuvers between now and then.
So I guess I have to make a choice with Russet. I narrated earlier that he's really focused on becoming the best mechanic. I like the idea of pulling the pin as a player,
Yeah.
but I think that his pride, especially being the fact that he's drunk, might actually take precedence here. So I think he's actually gonna although I like pulling the pin as a player, I think he's going to try and fix it because that's what his pride
Would you,
is all about.
in this situation, I think everything but you're adaptable is going to play into it.
Right. He doesn't want to be humiliated.
I mean, but your desire, like,
His
pulling the
expertise, right?
Uh,
That my desire is expertise. It's not
cool.
pulling the pin. Russet knows that if I got all of the way to the pin, I'm not going to be able to get back in time to fix it, right?
Right.
Right. So
which of these are you playing to?
Both.
Because the trick is you can't play to your strength if you're going to play to your other three.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play to the 3. It's definitely
Okay.
going to be fix the train. So my first round then would be, is it mechanics checks all of this time then to fix this?
It is mechanics checks. And because we're dealing with your desire and you want nothing more in the entire world, and it literally all, like, 3 of them are connected to this, I'm going to give you a boost dice.
Okay.
But with the situation, you're working, you're working against 2 purples and a red.
2 purples and a red. Okay.
And then 1 black for 2 blacks for the train.
Which I cancel out.
There you go.
For a knack for it.
Just remember, you guys wanted Esteban to go up here.
Cool. So we have 4 destiny points up. Nope. He's just going to try without flipping at this stage, I think. Mechanics 3, and that's correct. Yep. Cool.
All right. 1 success, 2 advantages. What would you like to do with those 2 advantages? Heal strain. Give yourself blue dice on the next one.
Sure, I'll give myself a blue dice.
All right. Back to the top.
Jim, out of curiosity, was the check that I was supposed to roll an athletics or an acrobatics?
We were rolling the athletics to not take the damage.
Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot because athletics is strength.
Correct.
And I only rolled my proficiency dice with it.
Well,
I totally just wow. Okay,
roll it for me real quick. While you're rolling it for me, the bad guys that are remaining, there's only 1 set left. So I'll delete the first one. Esteban, you have 2 purples and 2 blacks. What PC's going up? You want to do it again, Johnny?
Johnny, you seem like you're on a roll there with your...
It's a kind of a bummer that I can only target 1 person at a time.
Chop somebody in half and I'll shoot the other guy's head off.
Yeah, you grossly over expect what he can do with this thing.
Okay, well, poke one of them in the eye and then I'll kill them both with a gun.
Let's see. So, what range are these guys from me?
Let's see. Scathing tirade requires medium range, short range.
Short. Short range.
Okay, then you're short range from them.
Cool. Well, then I am going to use a maneuver to have my ball fly forth, and it is going to use a maneuver to close the gap and make an attack.
Okay.
Let's see. What are we up against here? It's melee attack.
Right, so just 2 purples. Because you're airborne, you are not being shook around.
All right.
Nice. So you kill them all?
Yeah, I want to say that here's Johnny scathing tirade, and then this ball just comes flying out from behind him, and it just flubbers between the multiple of them. And while he's standing there just talking, you can see his eye is following it as it moves around, and it comes back and sits next to him. And that's what we're going to do. And he's just standing there like scared. And when it stops here, it just settles back into his head. And he's like, I said, here's Johnny. We're on it. And he looks out the window and he's like, this train's going really fast.
And you easily realize that you're going faster and faster and faster in comparison to when you were thrown back, or when you hit and bounced back to the other train car. You've started slowing down, but you've been tremendously picking up speed. You two guys, you're not. There's not. This part of your encounter is finished. What would you like to do? Are you planning on staying here and we just move on? Are you planning on going, holy crap, if this is what's been going on here, what's been happening on the rest of the train? Are you going to go try to find, hey, it's been 20 minutes, we need to go hang out with them now?
No, that guy is, yeah, I mean, I think he would probably, at least Johnny anyway, would kind of walk and see, which he actually did introduce himself to Johnny, and if Johnny could remember your entire name, he would say it to you. But he starts to say, "When the sun sets in the Finn, we should see if there's any more of these guys."
Yeah.
Cool. And so, yeah, I think he would.
I think your master might be hurt though, so we should probably check on him.
And as soon as you said master, he kind of, if a robot could have sad eyes, he kind of has those for a moment.
Your friend.
And he says,
your friend from before, who I was going to win all his money in a card game. He's just in the train car ahead.
Oh, he's on a train. And he would go and with renewed gusto,
yes, we're on a train.
Kick open the front door to this, which is a sliding door, so it doesn't actually move. Kicks it,
just dent it and lock
just moves it out of the way with this giant halberd, slides it, and yeah, I think he would be trying to maneuver his way forward.
Okay, so in this situation, what we're going to do with the time it takes you to maneuver forward, we'll put you both in that train, in the next car forward, in the next round. Russet.
Hello.
You're going to make the same check.
Okay.
2 purples and a red. 2 blacks, but you're negating them.
I am, and I got an extra blue from my advantages last time.
And if you roll a despair, you broke it.
Yeah. Yep. I need 3 successes, right? 3 rounds of success.
Mm-hmm. And you still have story points to spend.
I do. I've got an extra blue. I'm just rolling it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, another success. One more success and you make it.
Okay.
Next, back up to the round. Esteban, you're out cold, and Boyos. He is unconscious. When you find him, he's laying out there unconscious. There's bodies all over the floor. There's more pistols if you need to pick, or excuse me. Yeah, these are pistols, not revolvers. Light pistols. So if you need to pick up another gun, there's guns everywhere for you to get. But also, you find him on the ground.
Yeah, so Finn finds his own gun that was taken from him earlier on a body and kind of kicks the guy, holding a grudge still against the corpse. But I think he's just going to go in and do his best to check on. Yep.
Okay, so what it says here is that when exceeding the wound threshold, when a PC suffers wounds greater than their wound threshold, they are knocked out and incapacitated until their wounds are reduced so that they no longer exceed their wound threshold, likely through healing. So you could actually start cramming painkillers down his throat. You could search his body to see if you could find some. In fact, who did Doc give the painkillers to?
I give them to him.
Perfect. So you could either pull out your own painkillers or search him for painkillers.
I'll go ahead and search him and see.
Got it. Make a perception roll then, and do it with against let's see, 1 black for train, movement, environment, and 1 purple.
Can
I want to give him 2 blues because even unconscious, I move where they're at.
Hey, Caleb, do you have that? I don't remember what the.
You could also
name of
work
it is.
together.
We should work together and also give each other that whatever prowess it was. Heightened awareness. We have perception bonuses from being near each other. We both have heightened awareness, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So-
I think
We get
I'll be the one helping here. But I'll be standing there and I'll be like poking him with the big halberd, like turning him left and right for you so you can.
So
There's a
perception
pocket.
is based off of cunning, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So does either? I'm willing to bet that Finn's got the higher perception and cunning.
Probably.
Seems likely.
I've just got 2 cunning and 1 perception.
That is. I also have 2 cunning and 0 perception.
All right.
Got it. So you're
You
at.
do get 2 blue die. Huzzah.
You get 3 blue die because you're also helping him.
Consistent as well with your helper.
Yeah, can I also have
Use
my
a maneuver
buddy
to
help?
help.
So your
Great.
friend's helping too, so 4 blue die.
Sure, go ahead.
All right. I hope this works. Oh yeah.
All
Awesome.
right. He's immediately back to 1 hit point, right? That's what Nat
I
20
wish.
means.
I was searching for pills.
You absolutely find them.
Scattered across the floor.
You do find them. In fact, in the little bottle that you gave them into, that Doc gave them to Zeb, it says the special pills.
With that triumph, can I make those good homemade pills instead of bad homemade pills?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then I guess I'm just gonna start cramming them in his bullet holes or wherever.
Okay,
the most
so-
likely to help.
Okay, so starting to cram them in his mouth.
Yeah, mouth.
That's his bullet hole.
So these pain
Oh, I guess
meds, it's not like 1 pill. It really is like a dose. So that could be
Right.
like a fistful of Advil. So you can only give him 1 dose at a time.
Let's do it.
So what that'll mean is, whatever you were at then, Zeb, you just gained 5 wounds. You just healed 5 wounds. Do you wake?
Well, that depends because I took 7 damage and that put me No, I took more than that.
No, you don't take past your wound threshold.
Okay, then.
Yes, you do.
You do?
Yeah, because I'm 6 over.
So he's still at
He's at 13 then, or 12 out of 11. So he's going to need one more. And that would mean, since you've used your action, it'll take. I almost said Monroe. Yes, Johnny Joybringer's action to throw one more down his throat.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I was gonna just take a couple and see if anybody else on the train might need them.
All right, so you've used 2 of your doses have been used there, Zeb, but you're at 8 of 11 wounds. Don't forget to mark on the back of your character sheet the critical hits that you've taken and the number of purples that they have.
Yeah, I did. It's 3.
Gotcha.
The severity is 3. I kept up when you was like, put it down. I put it down so I didn't forget.
Perfect. Then you'll get to wake up on the next round. Russet.
Right on.
Here we go, man.
Yep, this is my last check, and I will flip that story point just to make sure that it happens. So that's that.
Hold on.
Which means I'm downgrading the red.
Okay. Then I'm going to spend a story point to upgrade it again.
Okay. Not much I can do. Oh.
One
So
failure.
it is a failure.
But you have 2 advantages. What would you like to do with those?
Actually, no. It would be 1 less boost, sorry. So we'd have to cancel one of those advantages out. And do you want me to re-roll the whole check? Because I'm only getting the 1 boost.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. There you go. So now it's a success with a triumph.
Okay.
And
So
3
I
advantages.
succeed. 3.
So what would you like to do with that triumph right now? You've just succeeded. The train will stop in time.
Yeah.
What do you want that advantage to do?
So.
Or that triumph?
So can I use the train's communication system?
Yeah. Turns out it's real user-friendly.
Right. So I guess what I want is something like I can speak in. Half the problem is that we've got party members that don't know Russet. So what my thought process originally was speaking code to say brace yourselves.
Well, here, in all truth, Russet, because he was out cold, is completely unaware of those other 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
As being party.
In being that we've spent time together, Russet says brace yourselves in code for Esteban and Zeb to understand. And then he's going to slam those brakes real hard to jostle the train, hoping that they brace themselves and all of the enemies don't and get like thrust to the floor. Because he's still thinking that there's enemies on the train. So I guess that's the story I want to tell. Does the 3 advantages or a triumph cover that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So just do it. Just do it.
Absolutely. It's done. Here's what you notice. My three guys in the next room. The car in front of you, like right now, you're in the observation car. In front of you is the straight up just bunk car. All right, the cabin car. That's the one that Esteban and Senorita Del Norte were fighting on, and Esteban fell down on the landing between your car and the one they were fighting on. You guys see through the window Senorita Del Norte literally land on the landing, look through the window, and drop down. PC slots.
So we need to go help this person who's stuck between two cars.
Make a vigilance roll. The three of you can.
Everybody gets to add 2 blue die, I believe.
Yeah. It won't double up though. It won't double up for
Zeb.
For Zeb, right? He won't get 4 of them.
Shit.
That's totally broken. If everybody had that and you were all robots.
Well, it should. It should. Damn it.
What are we rolling against here?
Vigilance, and this is going to be, let's say vigilance and 2 purples, no blacks. Finn rolled. Zeb rolled and Johnny rolled. Great, you've all got some advantages. You can use those to heal strength if you like, or do whatever else you want to with them. But with those successes, Zeb, I'm going to give it to you. All of you absolutely see her, no problem. Zeb, you put all the pieces together. Someone jumping down off the top of the train. It's not Esteban. It's from a place that they could have been. Zeb, you immediately realize that that is the person that Esteban is supposed to have gone after, and you don't see Esteban.
Oh.
And the look on her face is, what the crap? And drops down.
I'm going to go.
You're still laying down.
I'm going to get up.
Maneuver.
And I'm going to start heading towards the car that I knew he climbed up on one, so I'm going to start heading back towards that way.
Okay. Don't forget. Okay, so in this situation, you could use your magic. You could use your action to say just whatever. This is not something that's augment. This is like thaumaturgy. It's like druidcraft or a prestidigitation. You going, I open the door with with the shadows. You watch a hand from the wall come back and just pull it open so you can see what's going on. That doesn't take anything other than your action to do. It doesn't take a roll.
Oh, well then, hell, I'm going to have the doors open.
Cool. Guys, you literally watch him reach out, and as he reaches out, the shadow from his hand reaches all the way across the ground up to the door, pulls it open, and you watch that thing slide open. And the two of you, whether you may have seen something like this, you may have not, but that door is open, and there she is, bent over a very large orc body. And looks like she's currently picking things off of him. PCs?
You say picking things off of him.
Like you were doing back
like
in the other car.
Stealing off of him.
Absolutely.
Okay. Want to do a little skating parade here, or should I just fire on this woman?
Give her a shot.
Here, Zeb, it's nothing for you to say anything if you'd like to. Since
Shoot
you're the one...
your bitch.
There you go.
All right. I'm in.
You are currently at medium range. Do you have a medium range pistol?
Yeah, I have a revolver.
Hey,
Perfect.
with those with those 2 advantages, can I pass him a blue instead of healing strain?
You can, absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, Zeb, did you already heal strain?
No, I didn't. I didn't get a chance. I'll give him all 3. I want this.
So you got 5 blue die. They're like, dude, get her. Shoot the bitch. They're all just...
Yeah, okay.
And you could give, if you haven't healed strain as well, you could give yourself a blue die. You'd be up to 6 blue die. Versus 2 purple and 2 blacks.
That's encroaching on Monroe territory.
Yeah, encroaching. Not quite there. Okay, so it's a revolver, so 6 damage. Well, would you like to crit?
She was pretty, like, she was right on the brink before, wasn't she? Like, I don't need to spend a story point here to blow her out of the...
You can't use a story point to kill a non-minion.
I can use a story point to add damage because of Lucky Strike.
Cool.
As a talent, which I'm doing to add 4 additional damage.
That's what you needed to do.
Yeah.
That's enough to drop her.
You could have crit 3 times on that person on that one shot.
Yeah, I know. I was counting too. I was like, how many times
Well,
can you crit?
instead, I'll just put 8 blue dice forward or something.
Finn's over there going, no, I'm going to do 7 and heal 1 strain.
Yeah.
Okay,
Barry Monroe.
so at this point, that gunshot, boom, and you're like, yeah! And then you feel the train jerk again as you hear, brace yourselves, and the whole thing jerks. I need you all, you have a choice. You can make an athletics check to grab onto something. You can make a coordination check to wriggle your body and move out of the way so you don't hit anything as you're rolling around. Or you can say, I'm going to get hit anyway, and just make a resilience check.
Could I do this? Could I use my magic? And I have an ability called Barrier that I've not used, but I can make a wall.
This is an out of turn incidental.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, so if you have built the barrier before, it might help.
Okay, so then let's do this. In your situation, cool. You can make an Arcana check.
Okay.
So it's all so using your spells in some sort to make that happen, and you can flavor it as barrier. So you've got these options, and tell me what you're rolling, and you're all rolling against 2 purples. 2 purples and 2 blacks.
I'm rolling coordination.
Cool. 2 purples, 2 blacks.
I will do Arcana.
Finn, you're fine, but you take a point of strain.
So my options here are resilience, coordination, or what?
Athletics.
I'm 0 in all of that.
I know, that's the reason why I was trying. I can actually make it to where I can cover other people. So I was like, can I do this?
Which one is the highest stat?
Yeah, I guess.
Zeb, you're going to take 2 wounds.
Okay.
Not wound damage, where you can convert it or you can cover it with soak. It's direct to your wounds. You take 2 wounds. Johnny, you will also take 2 wounds, as well as 2 strain. Zeb, you'll take 2 strain as well.
Okay.
Do you want me to make this check too, Jim?
Yes, please.
Sure.
And you have all those same options as well: athletics, coordination, resilience.
I would argue he should have a boost die, right? Since he knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Or cool. It's kind of that same thing.
2 and 1 and then boost.
Yeah, cool would
Be
probably
prepared
be.
for the situation to happen.
And while he's doing that, Johnny Joybringer, you're the last PC up, and when you feel that, you watch that dude's body bump up against the train car in front of you, and he begins to slip off.
I think I would try and send out the orb to go and essentially punch him back onto the landing.
Okay.
Since it's flying, and Johnny's probably tumbling the other direction.
Right.
And maybe the orb does this on its own. Let's see. So would I make a brawl check?
Yes.
Against 2 purple?
Against... no, make it 1 purple. But you also get a blue dice because he's prone.
Alrighty.
And all of his defense doesn't matter at this point.
We like Esteban around here. I'm going to flip a story point.
So you have 4 advantages for your companion. You want to do anything with that? Do you want to go like he did? Shoot her. You're like, save him, or that dude's falling. Do something.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Let's do that. Put 4 forward. Someone else can try and help him.
All right. Matt, what's your description?
So the train is screaming to a halt. Russet has put the brakes on real hard. And basically it's that moment when normally when like a tram pulls into the stop and everyone just goes, shh. So Russet just goes,
I did good.
Casual is casual.
Awesome. PCs. You have 2 PC slots before Esteban falls off the train.
Can I freeze his hand? Can I freeze him in place?
Can you freeze him in place? You know what? You absolutely can. If you want to use shadow magic to try to push him, okay, cool. Is there any other idea? Like beside that, I'm just gonna say it's 2 purples until I see something different, or we changing my mind. Just for
hurry up and roll. It's just 2 purples. Hurry.
Well, I mean, I can't do that because
I know. I'm just kidding.
You don't have any strain to spend, do you?
No, I'm going out after this. I have to. This is all or nothing. I'm out. I can't do anymore.
I mean, Finn also just didn't even fall and could just like walk over there and get him.
Yeah, I know, but what the heck? It's not a game.
I don't know who he is.
I know that's what I'm saying.
I knew he just like murdered somebody with a bottle.
You know what? Let's see. Barrier, no. Dispel. You can't do heal.
The only thing, the only thing that I could do, that I think I could do, would be barrier, and that would be to to stop him from going, because it just the way it's it's red. Yeah, but the only thing that like I said, I could freeze him.
Okay.
In place.
Let's just do this. Let's make it against 2 purples.
All right. Here we go. Do not screw me this time. There we go.
All right. You watch as again that hand was outstretched that opened the door. The shadow that still extended across the rest of the train. You watch as it pushes across, crosses the gap and pushes him across. He needs his other hand to get it. Both hands literally just reaching forward as he pushes Esteban back onto the train. And as the train slows, Russet, you're able to lean out and look, and you watch and see with about 30 feet, around 9 meters, you've got that much space left before you see a place where the train tracks have been destroyed. And from there, we will go ahead and back out from the train, seeing the train out in the middle of nowhere in all this water, tracks going away from you, the tracks going on, and that's where we will stop for tonight. Awesome session, guys. Great job. And we'll do it in 2 weeks. Have fun, guys.